Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The MLB playoffs start today, and both Ohio teams are a part of it. First, starting at 1 o'clock in Cleveland, the Guardians will take on the Detroit Tigers in Game 1 of an AL wildcard series. Tyrik Skubal is expected to be on the hill for Detroit, while Cleveland will send out Gavin Williams. The Cincinnati Reds, meanwhile, are out on the West Coast to take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hunter Green versus Blake Snell is the pitching matchup for that one. First pitch is set for 9 o'clock tonight. And finally, on the gridiron last night, it was a rough one on Monday Night Football for the Cincinnati Bengals yesterday as they fell to the Broncos in Denver 28-3. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It's great to have goals. It's even better to have experts to help you attain those goals. Experts in weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Garbage boys.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X-fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Good morning, T-Bone.
We are, it's a big day for the state of Ohio when it comes to ball.
Yes.
Baseball specifically.
That's correct.
Guards.
1
Reds.
o'clock.
Well, guards are at 1. Reds are at 9 or later. I forget when. 9, I think.
it's
Playing
9.
the Dodgers.
9 p.m. against the Dodgers.
Start of postseason baseball, and the state of Ohio is fully in. The chances of a Ohio Cup World Series on the table.
It is.
I mean,
It's a big day.
I'm excited about it. Neither of my team, of course, is the New York Mets, and
Choked it away.
they're done.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I'm past that. I'm happy for the Reds and the Guards. I am. I truly am. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in the postseason. So we're going to get into all that a little bit later on today. We had some Monday Night Football last night. Tyvis is still limping around because he tore his Achilles or ACL or MCL or something.
I don't know what it is.
Tore it in the bed, he said.
I don't know what it
Asleep.
is. This is some self-evaluation. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. I don't know what it is. It feels a little bit better today.
Why didn't you go to the Woody?
The day kind of got away from me yesterday. So I had plans of doing all of that. And, yeah.
Because his diagnosis of a torn meniscus, I don't know if you knew this, T-Bone, but it came from WebMD.
Oh, yeah. I know. This is not, I know he's not an official anything. He woke up with his knee swollen and he said, I probably tore my MCL in the bed. And which I
didn't say my MCL. I said my meniscus.
Oh, meniscus. My bad. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know my medical terms. I'm a little, it's bad because I do the injury report every week with a doctor. But yeah, yesterday you said you tore it in your sleep / in the bed.
All I'm saying is I went to bed Saturday. I was fine. Everything was good. When I woke up Sunday morning, it woke me up. How about that? So you know it's bad. It woke me up.
Yeah.
At 4 something in the morning. And I said, something ain't right. I need to go roll. And I couldn't walk. And since 4 in the morning of Sunday to today, I have not been, my leg ain't been right.
So did we rule out the possibility, I don't know if you ever heard of the movie Misery? This is, I believe it's James Caan who's the starring role there, and Kathy Bates is the woman in the movie. It's a Stephen King novel where an author is traveling, car breaks down, he goes to a house, the woman is very nice in the house. She's like, oh, come on in. She takes care of him, and suddenly he realizes, I can't leave. He falls asleep on the bed, wakes up, and she's
get out.
She strapped him to the bed. He's bound. He can't do anything. And she then proceeds to take a wood block, put it between the legs, right about the mid shin, grabs a sledgehammer, and then just bam.
Hits his leg.
Yeah.
So he can't move.
No. And he's in tremendous pain. And I thought,
that we ruled that out with Lauren? Like maybe there was some maybe she, did a little misery action with you and you don't know. Maybe you were asleep and she was like, yeah, we'll see about Cleveland this week. Snap. She just twisted that knee.
I thought you were implying that they're into some kinky stuff.
No. I said he's asleep. He doesn't know it's happening. Maybe there's that too. I'm not presuming anything, but
I didn't know where he was going. I heard the strap too. I'm like, oh wow, this misery stuff. They into that type of stuff. That's some of that Riley Reid stuff right there.
I tried to go find.
Then it went totally left with the sledgehammer to the knee.
Dylan, see what happened to Riley Reid.
I can't find any of that
because someone deleted it from the system. We have a new system where we have unlimited supply and everything is there, and yet nothing. It's gone. Someone deleted it from the system.
There's so much space. There's no need to delete stuff.
Well, put it back in.
I don't even.
We're gonna go. No, we're gonna find it. It was the Dustin Fox interview. We're gonna get him saying Riley Reid, and we're gonna put it back in. Damn it.
Rusty said that as someone whom torn a meniscus, as soft as you are, you would be crying and complaining like a baby.
Wow. Rusty. He talks a lot of stuff in the chat. That's all I'm going to say. Talks a lot of mess in the chat.
Tyvis won a national championship with a broken wrist, okay?
It's true.
That's right. True. That's very true. I don't know what it is. Like I say, I don't know. I think it's my meniscus. I'm not 100%
but you can
sure
go to
if it's my meniscus.
Is this real? You can go to the Woody and just be like, hi, I used to work here. And then they'll just come in and be like, oh, yeah, you tore your meniscus or whatever.
Yeah, I text the head trainer, Sean, and I said, Sean, I need to come lay down on that table. I need you to tell me if I tore my meniscus. He said, I'll be here until 1 o'clock, and I couldn't get there before 1 o'clock.
Is that the same treatment that, like, you won a national championship, you have 4 gold pants, you have all that stuff? Is that the same thing if, like, Joe Bowserman is like, hey, I think I tore my meniscus? Like,
I guess
who's this?
I guess it just depends on what your relationship with the training staff and the people at the Woody is.
Or like if you show up and Caleb Downs is getting taped, are you like, move aside, I have 4 gold pants, you have none?
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
I would never do that. If a player is in there on the table, then I just sit there and wait until they're done.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you would do that. I just wondered if is that for any former Buckeye or because you're Tyvis Powell and you're one of the like better former Buckeyes that has played here. Maybe that's why you get that extra treatment.
No, I
don't think so.
I felt like if you're good to people, people are good to you.
Like if Mike DeAndrea calls up and is like, I want to come in. And if you're saying who? Exactly. That's the point. Sad to say.
Iron in the chest says that I'm complaining about my knee while Tyreek was cheering in the card.
He was excited to not have to play for the Dolphins.
Because he know he out of there. He been trying to get out of there for like 2 years. He said, if this is what it took for me to get out of Miami, so be it.
Oh, someone sent Meat Sweats. Why'd you do that? Meat Sweats tweeted us the GIF of the Kathy Bates. Yeah, well, by the way, that's what it looked like last night. I assume. I didn't look at it because I can't do that stuff. But Meat Sweat sent us the thing from Misery, which shows a guy's leg snapping, which is disgusting.
Ooh, I thought you were going to say he sent us a Riley Reid gift. No. I was like, I don't think I should open that at work.
This looked like the lady that played Bobby Boucher's mother.
That's because it is. That's who that is. The same actress, Kathy Bates. She's been in a lot of things. She's very good. Yeah. Anyway, that injury last night in the Dolphins game, disgusting. Like I just read enough about it to know I don't want to see it. Dislocated knee for Tyreek Hill.
It looked like his leg did the number 4.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was really gross.
It was terrible. And it seemed like such a nothing play. Like, it seemed like he just got wrapped and rolled, and I guess that dude rode it all the way.
Oh.
Yeah, that's terrible.
On the other side of the ball, I remember asking you in the offseason, Tyvis, if Justin Fields should embrace his running ability. And I feel like he did that last night. Like the game he played last night, I feel like was perfect for him, except for they turned the ball over 3 times and the Dolphins turned the ball over no times, and that's why the Jets ended up losing. But I feel like that's a blueprint Justin Fields type game if he's going to continue to be the starting quarterback in New York minus the turnovers.
Well, they should have won that game. Did you see the punch out on the goal?
Yeah, I mean that was one of the turnovers. That was
it was beautiful.
Yeah,
I was sitting there like, man, that's some great. I think it was Minka that did it too. That was a great punch.
Defensive play. Yeah, but that's the thing with the Jets is the only I see what you're saying, Dylan. The only thing I would add is that is the formula to win when you're playing a team as bad as the Dolphins has been this year so far, too. Like, let's see for the Jets, given the rest of their schedule. Yeah, but if he could run the football a little bit more, I think that's a better formula for them to win. I just don't know if that would work against, like, the good teams. But, sure, against the Dolphins, we're talking about them almost coming back and winning and should have won that game or at least tied it up if they had gone and got that touchdown.
I was impressed with Darren Waller. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
It's a dude who got married to Kelsey Plum, got a divorce, resorted to like alcohol. I had to shake that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
They had to shake that.
Did he
retired? Went to the Giants, played like a game, retired. Then became a music star.
I was going to say,
made
put out some music. Yeah.
I don't know. Back. I don't know what happened with that.
And I don't think it was good.
Now he's back.
I think
took him a while to get on the field, but now he's back, and the man has scored 2 touchdowns in a Monday night game. How about that?
Yeah, and Darren Waller. I feel like a lot of people don't know this. He was nasty when he was with the Raiders. I think.
What you mean they don't know that?
I feel like he was underrated.
He was like the third best tight end to me. It was him, Kelsey, and Kittle at the time. I agree,
but I think he was overshadowed by those other two.
Now, we are talking about the non-Ohio team involved in Monday Night Football, which was the Bengals. And that's for good reason, because yesterday was not a great day for the Bengals at all. I was looking for the drop of Cam Ward describing the Bengals play last night.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Say it again?
We asked.
Yeah, we asked. That's right. So
that's a shame.
We will talk about the Bengals, and then maybe for Reds, like maybe for Cincinnati fans, just let's focus on the Reds. We'll talk a little Bengals, and then we'll get into baseball when we come back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. We are noticing more drivers on the roads, especially over on the east side. A live look at our traffic cam, 270 at 670 over by the airport, just north of Agua Road. Just a little bit busier out there for your Tuesday. Hey, a similar situation for folks in Albany. Good morning to you. If you're stepping out the door, just a little bit busier on that 161 eastbound stretch, just past 62 and over by Beach Road this morning. 39 miles per hour for your travel times in that direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Your home, your comfort, your family. That's everything. Big companies shout, big ads scream, but trust is quiet. It's a tech who fixes instead of sells. A family business here since 66. Northland Heating and Cooling, your local Lennox premier dealer. Honest comfort, real people, real peace of mind. Northland Heating and Cooling.
Toyota gives you more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, including the stylish new Corolla, a name synonymous with Toyota quality and dependability. The elegant new Toyota Crown Signia, and the latest edition of the legendary 4Runner. Toyota's extensive lineup also includes battery EVs like the tech-savvy all-electric BZ4X, and of course, the iconic Prius, the hybrid that started it all. That's the power of choice from Toyota. Let's go places.
Fox Tonight is the place for uncovering mysteries and memories.
I had a car accident and I lost 8 years of my life.
First, it's an all-new murder in a small town.
Your success rate in solving major crimes is superb.
Surprises the heck out of me too sometimes.
Then it's a new episode of the smash hit Doc.
You're having memories? They're just weird flashes. I need my life back. I will do whatever it takes.
Tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 28.
At the end of the day, the sun sets on Central Ohio, but stories are still unfolding. Every voice, every neighborhood, every question that still needs answers. Fox 28 News at 10 is there in the quiet moments and at the turning points, digging deeper, finding solutions, lifting up the communities that shape who we are. At the end of the day, you deserve a team that's on your side. Fox 28 News at 10, always on your side.
The Reds are on the radio.
Marte back at the track, at the wall. He leaps, and he caught it. Oh, no way! What a grab, Noelvi Marte. He robs Brian Reynolds of a game-tying home run of the ninth.
The Reds have made it to the postseason and are taking on the Dodgers in the wild card round. Hear all the playoff action on your home of the Reds.
At Giant Eagle, we're here because being part of the neighborhood matters. Because what we pick up at the store is what we bring into our lives. At Giant Eagle, we're always going for better to bring you the best. Because it matters.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks. Contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, you might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Join the Fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes, it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off the morning with clear skies and wake-up temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, but get ready. The heat is on this afternoon with daytime highs in the mid to upper 80s with plenty of sun. For tonight, skies will be clear overnight with lows in the 50s, and then the dry weather continues on Wednesday with highs right around 80 degrees. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show. New special guests in everything scarlet and gray, the Fan. Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Morning Wood, some questions to get you thinking this morning at 6:45. Tyvis is here. I'm T-Bone. I'm here. Dylan is here. PJ Fleck is here. It's Minnesota week.
I'm looking at it.
I just saw this video. Tony Gerdeman tweeted this out. It's video from PJ Fleck yesterday talking about the Buckeyes. A lot of complimentary things to say, as any coach who goes up against the Buckeyes usually does. PJ Fleck, though, go to our Twitter account, at BoneandTyvis971. I retweeted this video. The quote is fine, but he started to look like a supervillain, and I kind of like it. I think it's actually working for him. He's got like an all-black suit on, the bald head. He's undone the collar a little bit. Like, if you told me that's Lex Luthor in the new Superman movie, I'd be like, yeah, I could kind of see that, actually.
He gives me like vampire vibes in this. Like,
for sure.
He looked like he one of them dudes that's like nice, right? But like at nighttime, his fangs come out.
Absolutely.
Like, this is like what is it? What's the name of that? Mom's Got a Date with the Vampire or something like that.
I don't know that
Is
one.
that a Riley Reid production?
Yes, I think so.
No.
Are we back, by the way? What happened? What happened to Riley Reid?
Yeah,
Is she back?
She's here.
Riley.
Oh,
I cut her off.
Oh, see, you got it. Okay.
She's the porn star.
There we go. We'll get it. We'll fix it. We got to. It's kind of there. It's not all the way back.
Y'all don't know when Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire?
Is this a song? Is this a movie?
It was a Disney movie.
Oh, sorry. No.
What's wrong with you?
I don't let my kids watch that filth.
This was in 2000.
No. Okay. In 2000, to be fair to me, I was a junior in high school. I wasn't watching the Disney Channel much back then. I was watching the blurry channel on the cable that I wasn't allowed to watch, but it was there and you could kind of hear things.
You was looking at that Riley Reid
you don't know about the blurry channels. That was
the blurry channel.
Yeah, you don't know what was about the blurry channels.
What, you talking about with the antenna?
Well, no. This is when, like, cable, there would be channels that were like they were the adult channels. the Spice Network, let's say.
So you was looking
you couldn't get them, but you could hear
You're looking
them.
at that filth.
I couldn't see it. It was blurry. Like the lines were all wavy, but occasionally you could hear something.
What you hear? Having sex.
That's what you heard. You heard the noises. Heard the noises right away. Yeah. I might have predated. That might be a little before Riley Reid's time, but yeah, for sure. I found that stuff. No problem. The Browns, they should have been the Browns. Why did I say that? The Bengals should have been on a blurry channel last night. They were atrocious.
Horrendous.
Against the Broncos. Dude, I had hope. Not that I, as a Browns fan, care, but just as a sports fan, whenever you lose your star quarterback, I feel like that's a raw deal for any team that's trying to evaluate if they can get to the playoffs or not, if they're that good. Bengals had a down year last year. Just from the sports fans' perspective, I wanted to see what the Bengals truly were this year and find out, right? I think Bengals fans should want to find that out with Zach Taylor, all that. Joe Burrow goes down, and I thought, all right, they've got Jake Browning.
See.
They might be able to do some stuff. The weapons are there. Everything else is there offensively.
Yeah.
You know what's not there? An offensive line.
You know what's sad is that when you watch this Bengals team, it just confirms the thought that a lot of Bengals fans have. If it wasn't for Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor would have been fired years ago.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that it looks this bad, I get it. The starting quarterback, he's one of the best. He's probably, top 3, top 4 quarterbacks in the league, which is big. I get that. But to look this bad, it's not just the play calling. It's everything. The team's not motivated. They getting blowed out. The play calling is not great. I mean, you knew that you didn't have an offensive line. You've been saying that for years. But, Joe Burrow really covers up for a lot of this stuff.
Well, and
it's crazy.
Your defense also not improved.
Well,
we just hiring a new defensive coordinator didn't fix it because the pieces are not there. So I don't understand the Bengals' approach to this. I don't understand why you would have this approach given that you have a generational quarterback talent, or at least we think so with Joe Burrow. If he can stay healthy, maybe this will be his defining legacy of his career is that he just can't stay healthy, not his fault. But either way, that game last night, if you watch this game at all, the thing that stuck out to me the most was how often the Bengals found themselves in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 20 because of a penalty or something like that. And how many times the Broncos were in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 5, manageable third downs. And if you go look at the numbers, the first down numbers for the Browns, I keep saying the Browns, the Bengals and the Broncos, 29 for the Broncos, 9 for the Bengals. That's why. Because they couldn't convert on third down. The Broncos easily could. They kept doing it, kept getting the nice, rushing attack there. They would do J.K. Dobbins went for 100 yards, had a nice game for him. But that's all because you can't win at the line of scrimmage on either side of the football.
I'm going to be honest. The Joe Burrow injury should not save Zach Taylor.
No, but it probably will.
It probably will. It should not. They could do better.
I mean, do you remember Marvin Lewis was there for 72 years, and what did he do?
He took them to the playoffs consistently, and they got to exit in the first round.
Consistently, maybe half the years he was there, maybe. They made the playoffs at times while he was there. Not enough to keep his job I don't know how long he was actually there for, but it was for sure, it felt like over 10 years.
Oh, yeah. He was there for a long time. He started in 2003, and they fired him in 2018.
Yeah, 15 years. Do you think he coached good enough to hold a job for 15 years?
He had, of those 15 years, he had 6 years where they won 10 or more games.
When they fired him, who was the next coach?
Was it Zach Taylor?
Was it Zach Taylor?
Yeah, probably. Right?
Zach Taylor been there that long?
Yeah.
I mean, one Super Bowl appearance grabs you all that time.
Didn't they get Burrow in 2019?
2020 COVID because they couldn't do the draft.
Okay, well, that's right. But I'm just saying, he basically, Joe Burrow and him arrived not far apart from each other. All I'm telling you is, with Marvin, if you go back to those days, yes, there were plenty of Bengals fans then who said, it's great that we win 9 or 10 games every year. We would like to win playoff games. We would like to advance in the playoffs. We would like to get better than this. And that wasn't just on Marvin Lewis. That was on the roster they had then. That was on Andy Dalton not being great in big moments, right? They had all kinds of other issues with that too. I'm not denying that it was just, it's not just Marvin Lewis, but yeah, Marvin bore a lot of that brunt for sure. And they did hang on to him longer than probably they should.
I tell you what, you look around the AFC North. I don't know how people gonna catch Pittsburgh.
I'm telling you,
with Lamar being hurt, the Browns, whatever they doing, and Joe being out, Pittsburgh gonna run away with this thing.
Crown him already, as the great Matty Ice would say. Print the shirts. 2025 AFC North Division champs, Pittsburgh Steelers. It's over already in September.
It does kind of feel like there's not going to be a lot of resistance there. By the way, on the Marvin Lewis thing, the thing that I think kind of takes back, I was just looking at his record. The last 3 years Marvin was there, 6-9, 7-9, 6-10. That's where Bengals fans were like, all right, man. One of those years, okay. 2 of those years, it took a third year of that type of performance before they said, all right, we're cutting bait. We're done with that.
Did Cincinnati make the playoffs last year? No, they
missed it.
They missed it by a game.
Yeah, because they were bad to start the year, and then they picked it up towards the end, but it wasn't enough.
And I was very low on Cincinnati the whole offseason, and honestly, this being a possibility was a part of that. Like Joe Burrow not being healthy, are we not surprised? And I feel like, I don't know how you feel about this, Tyvis. I feel like they tried to run the offense as if Joe Burrow is still there.
Yeah. I don't think that makes a lot of sense, honestly, because he's Joe Burrow. Like,
so the Bengals have not made the playoffs since 22.
Is that right? Not since 22. That can't be right.
Well, 2 years ago, Joe Burrow was
23. They was 9-8.
Yeah.
24 last year. They was 9-8.
God. Yeah. We're kind of, and that's, I mean, yeah. This is where
this year they can kiss it goodbye.
Yeah.
Kiss it goodbye.
And I'll tell you, this is where Bengals fans are like, so who? We're Reds fans today. I don't know if you know this.
I don't blame them.
Yeah,
I don't blame them.
Well, you know what? Now that the Bengals are going to be drafting in the top 10, maybe even the top 5, they could go and get a nice tackle for Joe Burrow.
They should. That should be job number 1. Is I would draft all offensive line, and I would also go in free agency and get offensive line, and that in defense is what you need. I mean, they've paid everybody who can like throw or catch the ball for them. Now it's time to go get the rest of the team built. What an odd thing to say, but yeah, They are a mess right now in Cincinnati, and it's not totally their fault. But when you have no other plan, then it's almost like, remember the Joe Burrow quote, wasn't it? You know, like Jamar Chase down there somewhere. Like that's now what they do with him is they're like, Joe Burrow's down there somewhere. It's like he'll cover all these other inadequacies in our organization.
This is Mike Brown's worst fear. You pay these players, one gets hurt, which they got to have a conversation. Do you think Joe Burrow is injury prone?
Well, of course, that's a real conversation because he's been hurt like every other year he's been in the league.
Are we getting to the point where you can't depend on him? You can't count on him for the season?
Like James Franklin said yesterday, it's not a narrative. It's factual now.
Yeah. And by the way, I always think injury prone people, some people I think hear that and go, yeah, that guy sucks. And it's like, no. There's nothing against the player. He can't control that. There's literally nothing a player. I'm sure he prepares like everybody else does. It's nothing like that. It's just for whatever. It might be because the position he plays and the team he plays for. He played for a team that had an offensive line, and actually they have tried to have an offensive line that they just can't do it. They haven't figured it out. But if they had an offensive line in Cincinnati, perhaps he isn't always getting hurt. But I mean, remember he had in the offseason, he had appendicitis. Like he's had random stuff too that just crops up and messes with his preseason, he had a couple preseason injuries that have limited him going into a season, and that's contributed to the slow starts. Then you have the season-ending injuries he's had too. It's not a good recipe there.
He's on like an Andrew Luck track, of course, and I hate that for him because I feel like people, like you said, when you say injury prone, people think bad. I feel like people don't remember Andrew Luck for the talent that he was.
God, yeah. What was the playoff game? Was that against the Chiefs where they were down like 30 or something at halftime, and he came all the way back and they won some like 45-38 shootout or something like that? Yeah, I mean, he was as good as anybody I've ever seen in moments, and how many over time.
He was the number 1 overall pick, so he was obviously went to a bad team. They went from 2-14 to 11-5.
Yeah,
he turned because they thought it was going to be because they got rid of Peyton, and they thought that it was going to be a while, and he came in and just took off kind of sooner than expected.
And that's what I feel like we're gonna. If this continues, this is how we're gonna remember Joe Burrow. Like what if and. What could have been?
Yeah, it sucks. It's not the way it should be.
I'm so hot off of last season. He had, statistically,
he was the MVP last season. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care they didn't make the playoffs. And I feel like this year proves it even more that he should have won MVP last year.
Oh, he should win MVP this year because, like, see, look what happens. They go from being a borderline playoff team to junk, like used parts. That almost proves his MVP case even more, him being gone. In 2 minutes, you will hear from one Cleveland Cavalier who was previously unaware that Cleveland was on the water. He didn't know about the famous beaches that Tyvis Powell likes to visit up in Northeast Ohio. 2 minutes away, T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for our folks who live in our southwest corner over by Grove City and Urban Crest. We will have a ramp closure starting tonight. It's at 71 northbound ramp to 270 westbound, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Thankfully, the detour is not too bad. Take 71 northbound up to State Route 104, loop back onto 71 southbound in that direction, and eventually gets you back to 270 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan traffic is sponsored by Buckeye Lake Marina. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey friends, Beamer here. And a bye week, it's about getting your energy back, and that's exactly what Awaken 180 gave me. I don't drag through mornings anymore. I'm not dreading the stairs or a long day. I feel lighter, sharper, and actually in control. Yeah, I dropped a lot of weight, but what actually matters is how different my life feels now. If you're ready for your own reset, take this bye week to get you there with Awaken 180. Start today online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we're offering an amazing $12,000 off MSRP on a new Ford Bronco Badlands. This offer is only from Krieger Ford, so come see us on Morris Road or visit KriegerFord.com today. Home of the Krieger Commitment. Best cars, best people, peace of mind.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Oh! Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Lonzo Ball. You may know him as one of the Ball brothers, LaMelo and LiAngelo being the others.
Son of
LeVar, who sadly, I keep forgetting about this, but I see it now. He lost one of his legs. Had to get it amputated.
Do you think if you ask him, he would still say he could beat MJ one-on-one?
Yes.
I never lost.
Yeah, Mr. 2.5 points per game in college. Better than I did, I guess.
How he feel, how LeVar feel is how I feel about my leg right now.
Okay. Well,
I was going to say how you feel. How LeVar feels about shutting down MJ is how you feel about shutting down Jeremiah Smith.
That's right. That's also accurate.
Oh, I mean, that's, yeah. Not right now, though. Right now, I'm on the IR.
Listen, LeVar Ball did a lot to help his kids get to the NBA. Right? He schooled them in basketball. Maybe he should have schooled them in geography, because this is Lonzo talking about how he's enjoying Cleveland thus far.
I like Cleveland. I keep joking with the guys. I didn't even know Cleveland had water. So it's been nice getting out the house. The weather's been good. I know that's not going to last too much longer. But food's been good. People are great, man. And I have no complaints.
I mean,
look at that.
I don't actually believe that he says this. Like, one, he has played in the NBA for years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, allegedly. I mean, he got injured and was out for like a couple years.
Yeah, remember the time that him and Stephen A got into it because Stephen A said he couldn't even stand up, and he did a whole video of him standing up and sitting back down. What are you talking about?
I forgot about that. Yes. But that's like, how could you be in the league for years? You probably have played games in Cleveland. right?
Oh, for sure.
Like, I mean, how would you not know there's water in Cleveland? You've been there for multiple times.
Well, he's not like he's going out and exploring the city.
The plane lands at the airport. Well, then again, the airport's not close to the water.
Yeah,
so
so
maybe
I was about to say, like, well, yeah, you missed me on that one.
2 reasons. One,
I'm sorry, the home of the new Brown Stadium is what I should say. That's right there, not near the lake. That's exactly right.
One, basketball is played in the winter, so he would have no reason to go to the quote-unquote beaches of Cleveland. And 2,
Edgewater, say it. That's where it's at.
And 2, he's from an actual beach city, Los Angeles, that's on the ocean, which is a requirement for the beach.
I thought you were talking about
Lakefront
because he played in Chicago. I thought you were talking about like
no, there's no real.
That's a Great Lakes beach, if anything. That's not a beach
listen,
either.
if they clean up the water in Lake Erie, it'd be beautiful.
We got to go back to his introductory press conference in Chicago and see if he was like, I didn't even know there was water here.
Right. He
don't get out.
Those are 2 cities that are definitely known for being on the water. They are very well known for that.
Yeah,
like any shots that you see of Cleveland's horizon or Chicago, you see the lake right there. So, yeah, but he said he was joking. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that this was all a joke and he didn't actually mean it. He's just saying that he was so unfamiliar with Cleveland, he barely even knew there was water there. But he's enjoyed his time. So
you know what? I'm going to go devil's advocate, which would be the opposite of my point. Maybe he mentioned the water because all summer he was at the beaches in Cleveland, and that's why he was like, "Oh, I didn't even know there was water here. It's nice."
Maybe he was. Yeah,
maybe he was at Edgewater. Tyvis.
Who needs Los Angeles? Honestly,
he probably was trolling because he thought about Joakim Noah saying, "Who goes to Cleveland?"
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, "Oh no, Cleveland is nice." Like maybe he was just trolling because isn't he came from Chicago, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
His most recent team.
Maybe that's what he just trolling.
Maybe.
Could be. By the way, I think Cincinnati's probably and Cleveland are both a little more focused, both those cities, on not their football or basketball teams. They are focused on baseball because today, of course, you got the wild card starting up. Guards start at
1 o'clock.
And that's on ESPN. They are playing the Tigers.
versus Williams. The battle of the aces.
Good matchup. Yeah.
It's going to be hard. I think the last couple of times they didn't play Scooble, they didn't took him to the yard. Now,
Twice.
It's going 3 times in a row. They do it 3 times in a row. It is what it is. They legit.
Oh, well, I mean, look. It's
too legit.
But
too
the way
legit to quit.
But you know what? Take him yard or don't. That's not the way the Guards win. I hope he has another inning like he had where he tried to hike the ball through his legs and had a balk and everything else, right? A wild pitch. Like, please do that again. I don't think you're going to get that, though. Guardians have to do what they know they're supposed to, which is to make contact with the baseball and get on base.
Well, it's playoff baseball. Playoff baseball, a lot of very seldomly do the singles and the doubles win you the game. It's like the pitching is really good and it's like home run or nothing.
So I'm declaring myself the driver of the Guardians bandwagon since I, declared it months ago that they were going to win the division.
You didn't, but
now
you can say
you kind of hinted that like maybe they could win the division.
You didn't go all in on
tomato. Okay, sure. But at this point, I'm jumping off the bandwagon while it's still moving at high speed. I'm getting off the ride right here.
What do you mean?
Why? Tigers tonight because they're not they're not beating him 3 games in a row. They're not doing it.
Okay.
And then if you lose game 1 in a 3-game series, that's tough.
Yeah, all right, but I'm also saying
that's crazy.
This is the time to stay
off the ride. No, I'm getting off the ride.
Why? What's the downside of staying on the ride?
Nope, getting off the ride now.
So Bill Nye don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, Bill Nye called this.
Bill
Nye
said
I called it just as much as Bill Nye did.
No,
okay,
he didn't. Bill Nye said that they winning the World Series
before a game was played this year. That was his prediction on MLB Network back before the season starts.
Yeah, when they were 0-0, when they were in the grave, I said, "Hey, they play Detroit a lot. They could win the division."
Maybe if you talked to Bill Nye, he was too busy doing experiments. Maybe he would have said the same thing. He would have been like, "I'm sorry, I got some Alka-Seltzer and some Coca-Cola bottles right here, but let me put that aside to tell you, Guards are still going to win it."
No, he was too busy. He was too busy getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
That's true.
That's what he was doing.
Yes, and arguing with a guy named Ken Ham. Go look that up. It's a real fun debate. Also on the Red side of things, they play a little later tonight, 9:08 p.m. first pitch. Hunter Green on the mound for them, going up against Blake Snell. So, yeah, that's again, some ones going out there. Going to be a tough matchup for them. But, hey, man, the Reds are in the playoffs. That's what you want. Of these two matchups, obviously, I think the Guards have a little bit better chance of getting it done. But I don't know, Dylan, you were the one that when no one believed in the Guardians, I'm sure a lot of Major League Baseball is looking at the Reds and going, it's nice they got in. They're not beating the Dodgers, but I think they've got as much of a chance as anyone because of their starting pitching. Like I don't sleep on this Reds team when it comes to a playoff series because they can pitch.
I would agree with you, except for the Dodgers starting pitching is just as good. I feel like it was just a bad matchup for them. Like if they would have got anybody else in the NL, I would be like, all right, puncher's chance. But because it's the Dodgers and the experience that they have, I mean, they're defending World Series champions. But I mean, here's the thing: in baseball, anything can happen.
That's what I was about to say. Baseball is unlike any other sport in the playoffs. Like in the NFL and in basketball, you kind of know, like, all right, they don't stand a chance. In baseball, it really is wide open. Like anybody can beat anybody in the playoffs. It's kind of wild.
I'll tell you though, man, if they could just get hot for a couple games,
that's it.
Because like.
If they take Scooble, first of all, Big Christmas is out there. Big Christmas took Scooble right over the fence. So,
you're back on the Guardians now.
I've been saying this.
We were on the Reds. We're talking about
no. I'm talking about the Guardians right now. We'll get to Hunter Green and all of them.
Fine.
I'm trying to disprove his point about the Tigers. Big Christmas takes Scooble over the yard. That's it. That's a start right there. As far as the Reds go, Hunter Green got to cook.
He's going to cook. I feel like he's good.
It was a certain point where he was like one of the best pitchers, but like people just didn't talk about it.
No, and that's what I like him going out there in Game 1. I think he's gonna bring everything he has.
Who's on the mound for the Dodgers?
Blake Snell. Hey, I mean they've got a ton of dudes to throw at you. They've got guys everywhere.
They do, but it's something about the Dodgers that just. I feel like they just kind of like cruising. Like I feel like you could catch them sleeping because they just don't.
Yeah, they were cruising through the regular season, and now it's time for them to start playing. Yeah. They were like, we might start Shohei Ohtani Game 3. We don't know. We might have a better option.
I just need this from the Reds. I need it not to be Ellie De La Cruz had 1 million highlights and they lose 4-1 because he hit like a solo shot and then no one else did anything. You know what I mean? Like I need that to not happen. I need this to be an actual. The whole lineup needs to show up today.
Well, towards the end of the year, they moved him down in the lineup a little bit, and I think that helped. So we'll see if that proceeds to be the case.
Yeah, and you got Terry Francona, right? I mean, that's a manager who knows how to get it done in the playoffs. Clearly, we'll come back. Morning Wood is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning to you. Well, we are definitely noticed traffic starting to pick up for folks, especially over on the east side. Pretty typical of these areas, too. New Albany, 161, and that intersection of 62. Of course, for folks even in Canal Winchester and Pickerington this morning. If you are taking 33 in that westbound direction towards the downtown scene, do be mindful. Some slower parts this morning, especially over by Gender Road and Pickerington Road, looking at 40 miles per hour there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
When we started the company, I was absolutely going to build my own plant. We can build a very, very good window and sell it at a reasonable price. And if you buy from a company that is a dealer, they have to order the part from the factory, have it sent, and then schedule a service. I got 500 locks out back. If you need a lock, it'll take me 15 seconds to walk back here and grab one for you.
Visit our showroom today at 4200 Roberts Road.
Save a good deal more on Meyer brand must-haves all season long. Enjoy big savings on back-to-school breakfast favorites for under $2, like Meyer syrup, Meyer cereal, and Meyer pastry treats for just $1.79. And Meyer frozen waffles are only $1.99. Shopping for back-to-school breakfast essentials is a good deal better at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic. Making it happen.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Buckeye fans, it's here. Behind the O, the free app with exclusive athlete-driven Ohio State content. Every click helps NAL for your favorite Buckeyes at no cost to you. Download Behind the O today and get closer to the Buckeyes than ever before.
Free to you, NAL for them. Behind the O. Download now.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest reasons people get new windows, Wilson, is that old windows make for an uncomfortable house with crazy high roller coaster energy bills.
Leslie, people love being uncomfortable on roller coasters. The ups, the downs, the gurgling in your stomach because you had 5 corn dogs before getting on.
Did that happen to you, Wilson?
What? No.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
When you're building a nursery school, elementary school, charter school, high school, vocational school, or jiu-jitsu school, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and most rental locations in Columbus, you can count on us to get you the right equipment at the right price right now. No matter what you got going in or going up. All powered by people. For equipment know-how, support, transport, and training. No wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
If you have an unhealthy obsession with the Blue Jackets, we have just the remedy. Join us Wednesday nights at 7 for the Inside Edge. All the Jackets and hockey conversation you can handle. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Just saw the update on Tyreek Hill. If you were watching last night, Dolphins got it done against the Jets, but they lost Tyreek Hill. Suffered a significant knee injury. It was tweeted out. I believe that was Schefter that put it out there that in addition to dislocating his knee, he also tore multiple ligaments in his knee, including his ACL. So he is having surgery today. Obviously, he is done for the year, I would presume. And that, that's going to be a long road to recovery for him, one would presume.
If you're squeamish, do not go watch it.
And I am squeamish, and I didn't go watch it because I read enough about it to say, no, thank you.
Why does that? I don't have a problem looking at stuff like
I feel like I am like that, but I feel like every time an injury like that happens, I'm watching it live. So I'm not able to ever avoid any injury like that. Like Kevin Ware, Louisville, was watching it live. Paul George, watching it live.
Wait. You were watching the Summer League? Vegas?
It was Olympics.
It was Olympics. But it was out in Vegas, right? Wasn't it like
it was
stuff?
like
it wasn't like the actual Olympics. It
like
was like
the equivalent of a friendly and soccer.
It was Team USA playing. Okay.
Yeah.
So you enjoy watching basketball over all the other sports?
I just I don't like watching it, but I just so happen to watch gruesome injuries while they happen live. I think I'm bad luck for athletes.
Yesterday when the Tyreek Hill thing happened, everybody was on Twitter like, don't go watch it. So I had to go watch it. I had to see it at that point. Like, I had missed it because I had literally just flipped off that game and went to Cincinnati's game. And all I seen was prayers up for Tyreek. You hate to see it. It was gruesome. Don't go look. I immediately searched it on Twitter to go find that.
I mean, you've probably seen some stuff in your day, so you're probably a little numb to it. I'm not used to seeing stuff like that.
Have I seen any, nasty, injuries?
Yes, yeah, I wouldn't. If I had seen them, I would have blocked them out. I was at a music festival last year, and a guy jumped off the stage right next to me, landed like 5 feet away from me, and all I heard, because like the music
first.
No. He jumped off with his feet first.
Oh,
because he was doing this thing where he was like stomping on people, and then like people were catching him usually, and then this time no one caught him, and he came down and one of his legs went like Tyreek Hill's did apparently, and all I heard was just bah! And then I looked over for a second, I said nope, and I like walked away. I was like, because everybody suddenly
pulled a Matthew Stafford.
I had to get out of there.
I would have been like,
the photographer fell off the stage. I was like, I can't be near this. They'll have 2 people they have to work on, the EMTs, when they come, because I'll be on the ground passed out. There's no way I could watch that.
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh, my. This is Morning Wood.
All right, Dylan, Morningwood, question number 1.
All right, so the perception's out there that the Ohio State offense has been safe. If I told you the Ohio State offense will stay this conservative for the rest of the year, how high would your confidence be that they could win the national championship if they don't open up the offense?
I mean, they're going to go up against teams that can definitely get this Buckeye defense, right? Like not get them like to 40 points, but that's going to score touchdowns on this Buckeye defense. They're going to have to match touchdowns at some point. So, yeah, I would think they have to open it up a little bit, right?
Yes. I mean, yeah. I don't have an issue with it right now. Like, I don't know why everybody is, like, so mad about this offense.
I think it's because it's like you have all these fancy toys and you're not really using them the way people would imagine.
Some games don't cause for that, though.
I'm just saying... I'm not saying I feel that way. I'm just saying, like, people want to see Carnell and Jeremiah and Max all get their touches.
I feel like that's going to be honest with you, this is the best that it's been, because when you got so much superstar power like this, it gets to the point where it's like, oh, I promised him this many catches and targets a game. And now you end up like the 2015 Buckeyes, where you got all these people, oh, yeah, he got to touch it, he got to touch it, he got to touch it. And now it's like, no, just do what's winning the game.
Right.
And right now, I appreciate the fact that they're doing what's winning the game. There's going to come games where the Max Claire is going to get unleashed, because they're going to be so busy worried about other things that he's going to be the guy that they forgot about. Like, I like the fact that they're not putting everything on tape right now. Like, you got to let some defensive coordinators think they got you figured out, and then boom, you hit them with a different thing in the game plan that wins you the game.
The closest game they've played this year to the people who are like worried about this was the Texas game, right? But that was also the first game where Julian Sayin was taking the rock and in charge. I do think the offense is going to keep opening up as he gets more comfortable, as they get more comfortable with him. And oh, by the way, you have a new play caller in Brian Hartline. To some degree, is calling plays. All of that getting more comfortable will lead to, I think, more explosive offense. Morningwood question number 2.
Who would you guess is going to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns this Sunday?
It should be Dylan.
Who would be? It's not called Morning Should. It's called Morning Would. That's right. Who will be? Who do you think would be the quarterback? Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be Flacco, right?
I think it's going to be Joseph Flacco, and everybody's going to be upset, but he's going to end up playing really well. That's what's going to happen, and it's going to be like, well, dang, we got to wait for Dylan again.
Well, in Kevin Stefanski's Monday morning Zoom with the media, he was very non-committal on Joe Flacco.
He kept saying that we on the offense and as a coaching staff have to be better. It's not just one person, it's all of us.
Yeah, that's real, but also...
Which he's been saying since he's gotten the job, so there you go. I tell you what, if you still saying that and you've been on this job for 5 years, it might be you the problem.
Yeah, it might just be you.
I saw a compilation of him giving that same response literally for 4 or 5 years on Twitter yesterday. So, yeah, you're right. He's been saying it since he got the job.
Morningwood question number 3.
So a lot of bipolar opinions on the internet about the Super Bowl halftime performer being Bad Bunny. Who would your guys' ideal Super Bowl halftime performer be?
Tupac's hologram.
You said Michael Jackson yesterday. I think they should get both holograms.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
Do the hologram set. That'd be great.
Who would be a good halftime show?
I'll tell you mine, because you know I like...
Oh, that dark, twisted stuff. Ain't nobody...
No.
Anybody listen to that?
No. Hang on.
Pantera.
No, I don't.
AC/DC.
I used to like Pantera. Their lead singer's not a good dude. I don't like him. Metallica, though. That's like
I feel like
there's
that makes
enough
sense.
major catalog.
Where's the Super Bowl?
San Francisco, which is where they're from.
Where they're from.
And that's why people think that's an easy answer.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? A Bad Bunny Metallica collab would be sick.
It's in San Fran, you say? Tupac hologram. I will hear nothing different.
Lars Ulrich I would love to see Metallica roll out there with Bad Bunny, and then Lars Ulrich just forgets how to play all their songs, because that's what he's known for. It's just in the middle of their set, James Hetfield will look over and be like, "What are you playing, man? We've played this song for 40 effing years, and you still don't know it?" And he'll just be like, da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. I'm just playing random fills. He sucks as a drummer.
Tyvis, it's
Lars
funny
Ulrich's
you
terrible.
mentioned the Tupac hologram, because I thought when we got the
West Coast one,
yes,
with
the Dre Snoop one, I thought for sure we were going to get a Tupac hologram from Coachella. That was like, what, 10, 15 years ago, and we didn't get it.
There, they're not doing it at the Super Bowl, I'm guessing. I need to rant about grass for a few minutes, so we're going to do that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we do have a new road project to talk about, and it's happening right in the heart of downtown. So it's going to be a ramp closure. That Mound Street ramp to 70 westbound will be closed tonight. 7 p.m., a really early start time, too, to 5 a.m. Those overnight hours do mention here. The detour, thankfully, not too bad. As you can see, 2nd Street, take that northbound over to 62 in that westbound direction, eventually going 315 southbound out to 70 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I've been a patient at Tri-State Men's Health, and I'm being treated for low testosterone. I didn't really notice the issue of just the energy and feeling slow in the middle of the day and waking up feeling as if I hadn't even gone to bed. When I walked into Tri-State Men's Health, I was extremely impressed from the get-go with the results of the treatment. I wake up in the morning now with clarity. I have had more energy in working out. I definitely have increased my strength. I would say that if there are men out there who experienced some of the same problems that I did with inability to sleep well and waking up without feeling refreshed and having your energy flagging throughout the day, go see Tri-State Men's Health. It's changed my life, and it'll change yours too.
Thanks, Tom. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Hey friends, Beamer here. And did your doctor just add another medication to that long list? Maybe for blood pressure, cholesterol, type 2 diabetes? You ask him how you're going to get off of it? Well, the answer is going to be losing weight. But you already knew that. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
As part of our 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, Newman Roofing is proud to recognize individuals going above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Jessica Komajati. Jessica has made an impact by being a Special Olympic Ohio Fit 5 advocate and youth leader, as well as a Buddy Walk committee member. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan in our commitment to the community.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Common Man here for Germain Lexus. It's fall or autumn, as the losers like to say. What does that mean in the car world? That means places like Germain Lexus want to clear out all of their 2025 inventory to make room for the 2026 models. And for you, the customer, that means big savings. Take advantage of their lack of space with aggressive pricing. They also have plenty of L-certified vehicles on the lot for the fall collection sales event. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my friends. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
The Ohio State University Army ROTC isn't just a curriculum. It's more than just a path to a degree. For more than 150 years, we have been forging tomorrow's leaders. Here you will find your purpose, your mission, your ROTC family. At Ohio State, you're not just joining Army ROTC, you're stepping into a history of excellence that spans generations. Learn more at arotc.osu.edu. Buckeyes lead the way.
Good morning, Columbus. It's going to be a good day, and it's going to be big. With the biggest morning news team in Central Ohio, Good Day Columbus. The biggest news, weather, and traffic in town every day. Bringing you over 5 hours of breaking news, live reports, and continuing coverage, and stories that'll make you smile. First Warning Weather gets you ready for the day ahead, and Steer Clear Team Traffic will get you to work on time. Good Day Columbus, weekday mornings on ABC 6. It's going to be a good day.
Listen up.
Y'all know what time it is.
Abbott Elementary returns.
Miss Chimenti will no longer be teaching second grade. She'll be moving up to teach middle school math in homeroom.
New year.
Preteens are very different than second graders. Every day is like an episode of Scared Straight. What?
Same Abbott.
We live in a post-truth landscape, and these kids hit below the belt, which is where you haven't been touched in years.
Abbott Elementary season premiere.
Wednesday night on ABC 6.
College. A time to broaden the mind, question, learn. A time to challenge the status quo. And eat a ridiculous amount of pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University and the unofficial bank of pizza. Let's go Bucks! Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Dormar, your pilot hero. Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The MLB playoffs start today, and both Ohio teams are a part of it. First, starting at 1 o'clock in Cleveland, the Guardians will take on the Detroit Tigers in Game 1 of an AL wildcard series. Tyrik Skubal is expected to be on the hill for Detroit, while Cleveland will send out Gavin Williams. The Cincinnati Reds, meanwhile, are out on the West Coast to take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hunter Green versus Blake Snell is the pitching matchup for that one. First pitch is set for 9 o'clock tonight. And finally, on the gridiron last night, it was a rough one on Monday Night Football for the Cincinnati Bengals yesterday as they fell to the Broncos in Denver 28-3. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It's great to have goals. It's even better to have experts to help you attain those goals. Experts in weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
You can jump in the YouTube chat as always. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right in the chat there. Rusty, Downtown Dad is in there this morning. Quentin is there. Super Toombs is there. My guy, we were talking some Pantera in the commercial break because I said I used to like Pantera, and people are like, why? And I'm like,
because of Dimebag Darrell. Then he died.
No, I was a big fan of the Abbott brothers. Yes, but no, unfortunately, Dimebag Darrell, may he rest in peace. He and his brother both hated the lead singer of Pantera, Phil Anselmo, and there's
true?
Good reason for that because that guy is not a good dude.
The lead singer,
not like rock star, not a good dude. Like human, not a good dude.
Okay.
Not my guy. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
You know what? What about Linkin Park?
I love Linkin Park
with the new lead.
She's great. Yeah, I saw her at Sonic Temple last year. She was awesome.
So did I, and I had the opposite opinion of you.
Dang.
Oh, you didn't like her?
No.
She's no Chester, huh?
Nobody's Chester. That's the only thing. I can't fault anybody for not being, Chester Bennington's like one of the all-time great vocalists in the history of music. So she's good. She's, given the circumstances,
and I wish I
she's a reasonable solution there.
May Chester rest in peace, but
you can't say this.
I feel like people, and I feel like it happens like this with a lot of famous people. People started overrating Chester a little bit after he died. That's all I'm gonna. That's it. Let's leave it at that.
Dylan,
let's just leave it there.
Listen, I'm gonna come over to that studio, and all I'm gonna say is, after you said that, what you're gonna need is this. Producer Dylan Gonzalez down and out after T-Bone went in there and whooped that ass for him disparaging. No, I will not stand for that egregiousness. How dare you? Not a chance I agree with that.
I'm a Mike Shinoda guy. I think Mike Shinoda. Sorry, I'm a Mike Shinoda guy.
I don't even know what band.
He's the guy. No, same band. He's the guy who raps.
He's the guy that raps.
Listen to the guy who's like doing and
writes the music.
In Fort Minor.
Chester didn't write the lyrics.
No, sometimes the best vocalists don't have to write the lyrics. Just surprised.
This is like Ice Cube with NWA.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but
he wrote everything.
Some bands do. Other bands, it's like one or two people that write everything, and then the other people are there and they play the music, and they're great, and that's fine.
I think the average person would be shocked how many artists don't write their own songs or have a lot of help writing their songs.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake doesn't write anything, but Drake's a loser and a bum and a pedophile.
Cardi B. Dang, that's messed up.
You're just quoting Kendrick Lamar. That's really all that is.
Right?
Team Kendrick.
Kendrick is my source.
Allegedly. All right, can I rant about grass for a moment, please?
Yes.
Because MetLife, the turf there has been called into question again after Malik Neighbors goes down with an injury. Turns out he tore his ACL.
Mm-hmm.
He is out for the year. He injured it playing there, of course. It was a home game for the Giants. He goes up for a reception, jumps, and as he jumped, you could tell something wasn't right. He's almost like wincing as he leaps. He lands in an awkward way, not on his feet, just like landed because he was already in pain, clearly.
He was already grabbing his knee.
Yeah. And so that brought out Odell Beckham Jr., who said, are we still dealing with this terrible turf? Get rid of it in MetLife Stadium, because it's long been believed that turf there is inferior to some of the other turf in the league. I believe they went back and replaced it back in 2022 in MetLife Stadium. But here's the thing that I was reading some about this yesterday, because I saw people saying, all right, is the turf really that bad at MetLife? What's the deal? Journalist went in and was reading, telling all this story about what's happened there. And what I found out was they are replacing the grass in MetLife, the turf, for real grass in MetLife Stadium next year. You know why? You know why?
Is it because of Odell's tweet?
No. It's because the World Cup's coming and they're hosting.
Oh, well, yeah. You can't play on no turf. They refuse to play on turf.
This is my issue. The NFL claims it's one of the biggest sports in the world, and they want to go global, and they want to do all this stuff. Play the games on regular grass, please. Obviously, regular grass in and of itself does not prevent injuries. See last night, where the Dolphins were playing the Jets. Tyreek Hill was running on natural grass, and his knee is now on the other side of his leg. That had nothing to do with necessarily planting. He just got tackled in an awkward way. It's not going to prevent every injury, but the studies that they've done, from what I understand, is that natural grass is safer for ligaments, injuries, those type of injuries. And soccer players around the world refuse to play on artificial turf.
That's a fact.
So it prolongs careers. Like players who are older players, like Tyvis, can't go out and play on turf because I'm just saying, if you go check with any of these older players when they come over from MLS, right? When Lionel Messi comes in, when it's a game on artificial turf, 9 times out of 10 he doesn't play.
That's a fact.
Because he's it's rough on my joints. I'm not going to do it.
Turf. That's
right.
He ain't playing no turf. I don't blame him.
I don't understand why we can't. In the NFL, they have billions of dollars. Why can they not just have natural grass at every stadium where at least it's outdoors, and you could, like MetLife, it's not an indoor stadium.
It's cheaper to take care of.
It is.
That's the point.
What are they, a high school in Medina? What are we talking about? You're the NFL.
You'll find that a lot of owners are cheap.
Okay. But
that's Mike Brown, cheap.
I know. And do they have natural grass there? No. They have artificial
Jimmy
turf.
Haslam, cheap.
I know. At least the Browns do have natural turf.
Is this
natural
something
grass.
they could, collectively bargain? I don't know.
Who, the players?
Yeah.
They worried about other things like guaranteed contracts or things like that.
Right. It does. To your point, it feels like something that would be on the list if they got everything else they wanted. You get to 12 or 15 down on the list, they would say, yeah, we want natural grass. I bet if you polled most players, I'm sure they have done that. I don't remember the numbers, but I'm sure most players would prefer to play on natural turf. But the reality is, I think if you asked a lot of players, would you play on concrete? They would say, if I have to, it's the NFL, I'll get the job done. I just feel like we know what's better. We know what works.
I'm pretty sure that I asked somebody about this. It was some trainer I asked about this, and they were telling me that the turf that Ohio State uses is between that and natural grass, the difference in an injury is less than 1%.
Yeah,
they said
injury rate.
like ACL type things. It's the same stuff. That same turf it's the same. It's about the same as grass when it comes to ACL tears.
Yeah. I know that they have done studies on that too. The NFL has put out studies where they're like, well, the incident rate is only like a few percentage points difference. But then I saw people when those numbers came out said, yes, but we're talking about percentages of thousands of plays every week, around the league. And then every week of the season, you multiply that. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of plays, whatever it is in an NFL season. And if you're talking about a 2% difference, 1% difference, 3% difference, like you're talking about still possibly hundreds of injuries that are happening that over the course of a season probably could be, some of them could be mitigated is what I'm trying to get to. So like, I don't know that isn't an insignificant number, even though it sounds like 1%. You consider the amount of plays that are run and how many players are on the field at a given time. That could still be a decent number. What if it presented, I don't know, let's say that if you switched all the fields to natural grass, it prevented 50 injuries over the course of an NFL season. That's not a ton. It's probably less than 1% of all the injuries you see, but 50 players being healthy for the season. I mean, what if one of those players is a guy who's Malik Neighbors, who would actually a star you want to promote? I'm saying in a star-driven league like the NFL, it's amazing to me they don't just standardize that. Like you have a standard size of the field, you have standard everything else that has to happen on the field. Why not do that too? Standardize that. That just seems simple to me.
Because they cheap.
Yeah, that's
costs too much to upkeep that grass.
Yeah, well, we know that's true. By the way, I saw a quote yesterday, or we have this quote. Do we have the audio of it, Dylan? Of Breece Hall, speaking of the game last night, Monday Night Football. Dolphins beat the Jets in that game. They lose Tyreek Hill, of course, but Breece Hall had a statement because the Jets were going in to score a touchdown, and it wasn't Breece Hall. It was the who's the other running back there? Is it Braylon? Why am I blanking on his name?
Braylon Allen.
Yeah, who got it punched out as he was diving for the end zone.
Old Badger.
Yeah, that was not a great look for him. Breece Hall had this to say after the game.
What did you think of the game? That's more important. Just a tale of, 3 out of our 4 losses. Teams shoot themselves in the foot, then we come back and shoot ourselves in the head.
That's one way to put it. Teams shoot themselves in the foot, we shoot ourselves in the head. Accurate.
They always say good teams don't beat themselves.
And I saw this morning that Fire Zach Taylor was trending overnight, as it should be, because Bengals fans, I don't know what we're doing. I don't care that Joe Burrow's injured.
He shouldn't make it out of this season, but he will.
No, I'm sure he will, because the Bengals are like that. And they'll just blame it on, we didn't have Joe Burrow. And I just feel like you can't lean on that all the time, given that Joe Burrow gets injured.
If it looked like if they finish the season and only win like one game, they go like 3-14. Like that ain't all just Joe Burrow. Like that's you got bigger fish to fry than just Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Bengals are last night it was 29-9 first downs, and I said this earlier. The reason, if you watch the game, was because the Bengals kept getting in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 20. Broncos offense was always in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2. Manageable. They got the job done. Bengals couldn't on first down, and that is the tale of why they got blown out in that game. Because also they're just bad. Their defense is atrocious.
Yeah,
terrible.
There was a drive in the first half where they had thrown a deep ball to T. Higgins on the sideline that got them into Broncos territory. And they got an illegal formation penalty.
On Mims.
And then on the very next play, they got a false start. Yep. And I feel like that was like a microcosm of the game where they were just constantly behind the chains and could just never put themselves in a good situation to do anything.
It's a Zach Taylor team, baby. Not prepared, ill-coached, bad mental errors, even on good plays. Yeah, it's bad. That's why you got to get rid of them. But they won't, as both of you said. One of the more annoying people in college football is thinking about running for office. We'll tell you who next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Looking a little bit slower for folks in New Albany. That's because we noticed 2 crashes that just cleared up in your area. One of them happening on 161, that westbound direction at Hamilton Road, where a right lane was blocked. We also had one a little bit closer to Newark, but still in that 161 westbound direction, just past 37, where lane closures were expected. Again, all crashes, both of those have since cleared. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Don't miss the Right Rug Flooring Outlet Super Sale. Save up to 80% on truckloads of floors and more, including tiles starting at 19 cents a square foot, and a massive selection of carpet, luxury vinyl, laminate, and hardwood, even installation supplies. Everything you need for your next project. Save up to 80% during the Right Rug Flooring Outlet Super Sale on Poth Road in Whitehall. Hurry, the Outlet Super Sale ends September 30th. Dealers welcome.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. After years of playing college and NFL football and always searching for that edge to keep my body right, to make sure I was always in peak physical condition, I was getting beat up, I was getting older, and I needed something to help me out. And that's something, well, I didn't want it to be surgery. And so I went to see my friends at QC Kinetics. I brought my dad with me. I needed my knee helped, so did he. And they did a great job. They helped use our own body's biologics to heal us. So we went there, we talked to Dr. Ray Tesner. He's the founder of Grant Sports Medicine. So you know that he knows what he's talking about. And you don't have to have surgery. There's no knife. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast and it's all natural. So whether it's back, knees, hips, shoulders, they've got you covered. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation with Dr. Ray Tesner and his team. Look beyond that same old remedy that you've been looking for. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544 or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus today.
It's the Valley Ford Fall Super Sale. Mustang EcoBoost, Mach-E, Escape Active, Bronco Sport, just $399 a month. F-150 and Explorer models, Bronco Big Bend, Mustang GT, only $499 a month. Lease all with 0 down or buy from a big Ford lineup with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0 APR for 48 months. Like Carnell Tate says,
the game-winning deal is always at Valley.
Keep on trucking with Valley Ford of Columbus.
All leases 36 months, all offers with approved credit. See Valley for details.
Frauding government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6 or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, you know, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off the morning with clear skies and wake up temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, but get ready. The heat is on this afternoon with daytime highs in the mid to upper 80s with plenty of sun. For tonight, skies will be clear overnight with lows in the 50s, and then the dry weather continues on Wednesday with highs right around 80 degrees. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
No hot takes, no dancing, plenty of stupid. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut. Minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Of course, you can get a podcast of this show wherever you get podcasts. Just search for T-Bone and Tyvis. It'll be right there. Comes to you free of charge, just like most podcasts do. Just on your favorite podcast app, whatever you use, just search that phrase, T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll add it, follow it, like it, subscribe to it. That'll get it to you every single day. And if you give it a rating, we'd greatly appreciate that.
Breaking news.
What's the breaking news?
Chase DeLauder will be on the 26-man roster and make his MLB debut in the AL Wildcard Series versus Detroit.
Oh, I saw that they said yesterday that a couple of guys from the taxi squad that come between, Columbus and Cleveland for the Guardians, that they were up there, and he was one of them who was trying to, get a chance.
All I know is I've been hearing this man's name for the past 3 years, and he get hurt. Every time you think he's ready to go to the majors, he gets hurt. And it happened this year. He was on fire for Columbus, and then he got hurt. So it's nice to see him finally make his debut with the big league because, Kafis has been good. Valera's been good. I like to see what Chase does.
Guardians have, and this is I think one of the biggest reasons why they've been successful because of the fact that the Dolans won't spend money, but they do a great job developing talent. The issue becomes when you don't have someone like Jose Ramirez, Jose Ramirez is a one-off guy. He loves the city of Cleveland. He wants to play there. He took less money to stay there. He should get a statue built for him. How good he's been for this organization, right?
Did you hear about?
But most of what they've done is building with guys who are from the organization, and then they get pretty good. You see some potential, or they deliver, and then it comes time for the money, and they say,
we can't
do that, and then they're out. So but again, this is why they've been able to do this because they develop a lot of talent, and they've done a good job of that.
Well, the hitting has been. They developed pitching really well.
No, but they've developed talent over the years. I mean, Francisco Lindor, right?
Okay.
Obviously
the past
went away.
30 years it's been like this. Manny Ramirez.
Yeah. A lot of homegrown guys, a lot of talented guys.
They're not going to pay him. They're just not
right. That's the point. Like when it's time for them to go, it's rinse and repeat.
The only reason that you can do this.
That's not fair because I feel like in recent years, outside of Lindor, anybody that they've moved on from has not been a wrong decision.
Well, that's different, though. You could say, like, it wasn't a bad move to move on from this guy. But the idea that they don't go out and they don't make big splash signings to replace those guys, and they don't sign a lot of their big name talent. Well, that's what I mean. And they don't sign a lot of their big name talent when they come due. So I'm saying Jose Ramirez is the exception to that argument. But that's why the Guardians have been so good is because they develop this talent. They don't need to necessarily go out and do that. But imagine if they would add to an already robust system that they have, if they added some key pieces at the trade deadline, in the offseason, more than what they do, go out and act like a regular Major League Baseball team, we wouldn't be talking about them scraping by and getting into the playoffs. But at a tremendous run they had, I'm not disparaging it. I'm just saying they have to do this. They have to have guys like Chase DeLauder who come up and hit because that's the only way they're really going to go out and get it.
I mean, what about them getting rid of guys like, Shane Bieber earlier this year? CC Sabathia, Cliff Lee. Was it time for those guys to go? Are you saying they should have re-signed those guys either?
Well, they re-signed Shane on a 1 year with another option.
They should have kept him this year to be on this pitching staff.
I need to know who they probably thought they wasn't going to do nothing.
They were trying to move Stephen Kwan.
You will always know what the Guardians feel about their team at the deadline. They chose to be sellers, which tells me they didn't probably believe in this team. They probably thought that this season was probably done. And that's why they got rid of Bieber. Yeah, it would have been nice to have Bieber right now as your ace, especially going up against Detroit. But, hey.
But I hear it. But you know what? They're here.
It wasn't like they was going to resign him for a long-term deal. He wasn't going to do that.
You know what? But it seems like there is something to the strategy. Despite, we said the past 30 years, it seems like they're constantly dumping salary when it's time to play someone. But you know what? It seems like they're always in contention for the most part. And the 1 year they really went for it was the year that they went to the World Series and lost. And they should have won if it wasn't for a weather delay. So, I mean, I guess
that's the infuriating thing, right? Like, again, I'm not trying to crap on this. I'm glad for the Guardians. They can go out and win the whole thing this year. I'm not trying to poo-poo that. I'm just saying this could be a more consistent thing for them if they were to actually, like last year when they had this big run, they were great. They get to the ALCS, go out and add. Instead of now this year they had a historic run to get back in, and I'm glad they did. That's something that I would hope this offseason spurs management to say, yes, we need to add to this roster. We need to build it, as opposed to saying, yeah, we'll just promote some guys from the minors and roll it out again next year and see what happens. But for now, they've got a whole postseason ahead of them. And I hope that tonight it starts with a dominating win against the
they
Tigers.
win tonight. You ain't going to be able to tell nobody nothing in Cleveland.
No. And for the Guardians, if you didn't hear that earlier, they are obviously starting off with Hunter Green going to the bump for them tonight. That's at 9 p.m. out in L.A. Blake Snell takes the hill for the Dodgers. So, yeah, it's going to be tough beating the Dodgers for the Reds. But you got pitching. That's the thing that matters.
Another side note, I need people to tell me, if you've been to Buck City Sammy's, I need you to tell me if it's delicious or not, because I seen it on IG yesterday, and it looked interesting.
It's in the East Market, I believe.
Buck City Sammy's.
You sent us that, and I said, yeah, I need to go to this place immediately because that looks delicious.
You know, I meant to respond to the group text yesterday. I got distracted. He sent it. Have you foodies been here before? I'm convinced that Tyvis is the biggest foodie on this show.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
You're just closeted. But you are. You are.
It's interesting. Tyvis, do you have something you want to tell us about?
Because I
eat some food without us
I was
knowing?
on IG and it randomly popped up and I said,
it's
"Oh, this is
popping up
in
on
Columbus."
your algorithm because you're always eating somewhere.
No, you know how you watch it. You know how you watch a reel and then it scrolls up to another reel. Like that's what happened. So like,
you know what? Speaking of algorithms, I think we need to cut it out with the Riley Reid stuff because I had an Angela White podcast interview pop up for me the other day, and I was like, "This is their fault."
Angela White,
she's a coworker of Riley Reid. They're in the same industry, and I was like, I don't need this popping up on my feed when I'm with my daughter. What's going on?
She's a porn star.
Yeah, that's right. I believe she's Australian, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's Aussie.
I don't know that much about her.
I don't know.
I know a little more about her now after that popped up on my feed.
I just Wikipedia real quick. One of the more annoying people in college football is thinking about running for office. That would be Paul Feinbaum. He is apparently mulling the idea of running for the U.S. Senate. All right.
He knows.
No,
he knows what it is in college football.
Listen,
he know the SEC is cooked.
Yeah,
the best team in the SEC is Vanderbilt.
Well, okay.
And we laughed at Diego Pavio, and all of a sudden he looked like he was 100% right. It is theirs for the taking.
It is. It's wide open. It is. I mean, you've got everybody there pretty much, it feels like, has a loss. Who doesn't? Ole Miss? I feel like Ole Miss doesn't have a loss. Missouri doesn't have a loss, but no one wants to talk about Missouri.
Texas A&M.
Okay, there's a few. But it's like all the...
Vandy's winning it all. I'm just telling you.
Watch that. That would be awesome. Here's what I know, though, about... Because your point is... Well, he's got to do something because he's probably going to have to retire from sports media because
he got to leave the country.
He's got to leave the country. It's going to be hard to be a U.S. senator.
I agree.
If you're going to leave the country. He said he would leave the country if the SEC didn't win the national championship. Or maybe it was specifically if the Big Ten won, which I got news for you. That's how it looks right now. Is it runs through the Big Ten yet again this year. We'll find out. A lot of football to be played. The funny part of this story to me was that Paul Feinbaum is only considering this because the spot that will be open in the Alabama, like one of the two Senate jobs will be open, is because Tommy Tuberville, former coach at Auburn and Cincinnati and Texas Tech and a bunch of places, he is thinking about leaving the Senate to run for governor of Alabama. So we got that state could be run by a former college football coach and be represented by a former radio guy who has now been on TV pumping up the SEC for years. Like, what are we doing?
I think this adds to my theory about the South leaving the Union again. Alabama, first state to go. Paul Feinbaum's going to be a resident there. Technically not in the U.S. anymore once they leave the Union.
Yeah, that's right. If they secede, then they're not in the U.S.
That's right.
That's how he gets around it, Tyvis.
That's what I think they're doing.
The South will rise again. All these secessionists are like, yeah, Paul, we got your back, baby.
You think they go vote for him?
They're going to vote to get out of the U.S. and they're going to go secede, and then they're going to be their own entity where they're run by college football.
To answer your question, Tyvis, yes, I think they're going to vote for him. I mean, our country historically just makes elections popularity contests ever since Ronald Reagan was our president. And I'm not saying whether he was a good or not president.
To your point, he was an actor.
Right. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, governor. The governor,
yes. Exactly.
Yeah, our current president, however you feel about him or not,
he was on a game show. The most recent thing he did was The Apprentice. Like, that's what he was most known for until the latest thing he's now known for.
And you know what? I was a big fan of Celebrity Apprentice. I liked watching it. Thought it was a good show.
Yeah.
Liked watching him say, "You're fired."
Yeah.
Loved it.
You're fired. Like the way he would you're fired. Like the point, you're fired was very good.
$2 Billy in the chat says Buck City is fire. A buddy of his runs it. Definitely go check it out. Chad will take care of you. Another guy, A Crane, says Buck City is delicious. Got to get there early because they will sell out of a few sandwiches.
We got it. That sounds like Wario's. That's how that place is, where you got to get there and get the sandwiches before they're gone because they make
that's
all that
a thing.
Stuff.
Yeah, I tried to go there the other day before the crew game, and they said, "Sorry, we ran out of bread."
Talking about Wario's
because they make all that. They get all that bread. Like they get a certain amount of it every day and it's delicious.
I did not know that.
And no shade to them. It was like 15 minutes before they were closing, so it's not like I went there in the middle of the day and they were like, "We have no bread." They were about to close.
No,
anyway.
they've got it dialed in. They know what they're doing. But yeah, you're right. If you roll up like in the last half hour before they close, they may not have everything. That's how a lot of good barbecue spots are. They won't have stuff because they're like, we made enough for today.
That's like going.
We had a little bit more people than we thought.
That's like pulling up to KFC or Popeyes and they saying we ain't got no chicken.
Well, their stuff isn't fresh,
and I'll be looking at them.
That's because they can throw it in the fridge.
What are you talking about?
They throw it in the fridge and then they serve it to you the next day. These places like Wario's and like a lot of good barbecue places, they make it fresh, and then when they're done, they're done.
I respect that. I like that.
That's the way it should be. Buckeye player earned a big honor this week. We'll tell you about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, no more crashes to report on the roads right now, but we are still noticing some major slowdowns, especially for folks in our southeast corner, Canal, Winchester, and Pickerington. If you are taking 33 in that westbound direction, especially over by Gender Road, looking at in the teens, 11 miles per hour for your travel times. Looking at our live traffic cam, too, pretty slow moving bumper-to-bumper traffic out there. Just a lot more people on the road this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Children with Down syndrome in Central Ohio need your support. Join 10 TV, Newman Roofing, and the Down Syndrome Association of Central Ohio Sunday, October 5th for the 2025 Buddy Walk. Join thousands of participants as we come together to celebrate the uniqueness and resiliency of the Down syndrome community. Your participation and donations directly support programs and services for people with Down syndrome and their families. Together, we can make a meaningful impact and pave the way for a more inclusive future. Sunday, October 5th for the 2025 Buddy Walk.
Get the MVP, more value price from Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 25 Ford Mustang, Escape, or Bronco Sport, $399 a month with zero down. New 25 Bronco, Explorer, F-150, or Lightning, only $499 a month with zero down. Visit our newest location in Marysville or CoglinFord.com.
48-month lease, all factory rebates to the dealer. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Excludes $387 dock fee, $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/25.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Did your doctor just add another medication to that long list? Maybe for blood pressure, cholesterol, type 2 diabetes? You ask them how you're going to get off of it? Well, the answer is going to be losing weight. But you already knew that. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with a new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender expires 10/31/25.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Caden Curry off a monster performance in the Pacific Northwest at Washington. Buckeyes won 24-6 over the weekend. Perhaps you've heard. He was named the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week, and I don't think that's a surprise at all. He had a team-high 11 tackles, set a school record for TFLs, 5 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks in the game. He was everywhere. Big number 92 for Ohio State. And a lot of people have been hyping him up. I know Jeremy Birmingham has been on that train for a while. I think cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah, you know what, to be honest with you, he was one of those guys that I didn't really never see it. You know, when we moved on from Jack and JTT, I just was like, Kenyatta Jackson, he showed flashes, but Caden Curry was the one that I was like, I've never really seen it. And he showed it. I seen it on Saturday for sure. If he continues to play like that, I mean, he looked just like a Jack Sawyer. It was a very dominant performance by him. he just got to continue to do it consistently, and I think that he probably will. It's a lot of these guys on that defensive line. When you're replacing that whole entire starting defensive line, that is going to be a major concern. You remember the spring game, we were getting gashed in the run game, and everybody was like, that D-line, I don't know about that D-line. And to their credit, they have answered the bell this entire season so far, where these guys have been productive. Obviously, there's a bunch of different guys that contribute to the defensive line, but Caden Curry and Caden McDonald's have been two dudes that have been a solid piece on that defensive line.
Yeah, now, I'm in the same boat as you, Tyvis. When they brought in Bo Atkinson, I thought he was taking Caden Curry's spot. I was high on Bo Atkinson, but Caden Curry proving us wrong.
Yeah, but that's competition, right?
That's play. I ain't even see Bo.
No, I haven't seen him do anything.
But that a little bit of that too might just be Ryan Day saying, let's bring in a guy who's obviously talented, has a lot of pedigree, has played big time college football, and then bring him in and see what happens. Maybe he takes a spot. Maybe he pushes the guys who are here to say, oh, hold on a second, that's not happening. I'm going to have to show you what I can do.
A lot of the times, that's what you're trying to do is so they get you somebody else in there, and you be like, oh, you not about to take my spot. You're about to bring him in and take my spot, and then it starts the competition. That's what happened with me and Vaughn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was the star nickel. Vaughn came in. And they wanted Vaughn to play nickel, and I said, no, you don't know what I had to do to get this spot. You crazy. You think I'm giving up this spot to you? And, yeah, we went back and forth, and I never lost a spot until one of our safeties went down, and then I had to go back to safety in the Clemson game, and then Vaughn finally got on the field at nickel. But I was not giving that spot up.
You know what's funny is, I like that this is the mentality at Ohio State all through the football program. It even bleeds over to the band. Did you know the band has a challenge system?
Yes, I seen Drumline.
Yeah. And that's, a lot of bands do this, but my wife, she
shout
played.
Out Nick Cannon.
Yeah. Shout out Nick Cannon. I see Drumline. They challenge you for the spot.
Yeah. Who was Sean Alexander. Nick Cannon looks at Sean Alexander's family picture and is like, that's light work. 14 kids, not on my level. Sorry. I can do better than that. No, but my wife, she used to get challenged all the time on the drum line. There would be another drummer who came in, and they were friends.
Yeah.
But she would come in every week.
On the movie, they was roommates.
She would come in every week and be like, I'm challenging her to her spot. And you had to go play in front of the director.
Band, yeah.
And they voted on who got to stay. That's real. I just like that competition is there the whole way.
I'm about to take my spot. Are you crazy?
One more thing on Caden Curry. I saw this video that I had missed this play. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I've seen a few people tweeting it out that it was the last play before halftime. Washington was just running out the clock. They ran like a run play. It got snuffed out around midfield. That was the end of that. However, there was a play in that where it was Caleb Downs locked up with a Washington offensive lineman.
Okay.
And the Washington offensive lineman has him kind of under the chest plate of the shoulder pads.
Oh, they got him.
And he's kind of lifting him and pushing him back.
And the lineman got Caleb.
Yes. And so
that's the worst feeling in the world. They get them pads. Yeah. You done.
So Caden Curry saw this.
And people point out
he came over and knocked this dude flat on his ass.
Yeah, I saw that.
Unlocked him from Caleb Downs. And people were pointing out he's protecting the best player on this defense, which is pretty awesome to see. But also it's the fact that he just he didn't take a running start at him. He just shoulder charged him from half a step. And the dude, it's an offensive lineman. He fell flat on his back. That just shows you the type of power you're talking about with Caden Curry. Man. This is a dude.
I love seeing that because it shows how we got each other's back. I remember playing in Seattle. I ran down on kickoff. And this dude had got me he got me good. I was I couldn't get off of him. He had me hemmed up. And my boy Jay Lane had seen it and came and out of nowhere just blasted the dude off of me. It's get off my man's. And I was I appreciate you because he had me. I wasn't going to do nothing this play.
Oh, yeah. See? That's good.
So, it's nice to have teammates have your back. You see somebody struggling, help them out.
Yeah, that's right. Also in OSU news, you probably have heard this by now, but if you haven't, Ohio State's kickoff with Illinois is a noon kick.
Shocker.
So we are back on. I'm presuming that's a big noon game, so yeah, that's fine.
Why are people still complaining about noon games?
Well, you know why.
There hasn't been one for a whole month. They didn't play one the whole month of September. I feel like people weren't complaining about noon kicks before big noon.
It's not that they complained about noon kicks. It's the fact that it was 6 consecutive noon kicks.
Well, and it's here's the thing, Dylan. They're complaining about anytime it's a top 25 matchup, anytime it's like a pretty good thing, like the Minnesota game this weekend is a night game. That doesn't have the same, for some people. And trust me, I'm a person who likes noon kickoffs. Personally, I don't mind it. I don't need the nighttime atmosphere. I feel like Buckeye Nation will show up whatever time you put the game. You put it at 7 a.m., we'll be out there ready to go, tailgating at 1 in the morning. But I do understand the people saying, why is it every time we have a top 10, top 5 matchup, top 25 matchup, it has to go on noon and we can't play it? We know the reasons, right? Fox owns all that. But that's the frustration. It's not that we're not getting any noon games. It's that you're not getting, or any night games. You're not getting the biggest night games. Minnesota game's going to be a night game, and that's not moving the meter the same way that, say, if the Penn State game was at night. That's all.
I just feel like this got highlighted more when Big Noon became a thing. And I looked it up yesterday. Big Noon kickoff came out 2019. You know how many noon games Ohio State played in 2018? 6, including 4 in a row to end the season in a ranked matchup against Michigan State. I feel like it's always been like this to an extent. Like maybe it's a tiny bit worse now, but I feel like it's being highlighted by the Fox stuff.
You know what?
I just feel like they've been playing noon kickoffs for as long as I could remember.
Dylan,
I don't understand. I don't understand why people get so fired up about it.
When was the last time that you seen a good team, Ohio State play a good team at night in the shoe?
Penn State Halloween weekend. That probably would have been like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
That's the point.
That's the issue.
That's the point.
But they're not playing big games every week. They have 2 big games on their schedule.
Well,
they technically have 1, 2, 3. They have 4.
This year I would say they have 4.
4, yeah. But one of them is going to be at noon no matter what. Why the other 3 couldn't be?
Yeah, that's the issue I think people have is why can't we get one of these big games? Because you're right. They've had night games already. They're going to continue to have night games, just not getting the ones we want. But you know what it is, too? I think some Buckeye fans, they're looking at the SEC and they're seeing, or like that Clemson LSU game, which now we know wasn't, in the grand scheme of things, wasn't that big of a game.
Right.
Because both those teams don't look very good. But that game had aura, atmosphere, all the stuff you want. It seemed great. Last weekend, Oregon playing at Penn State. We know about the whiteout. We heard ad nauseum about how great that is. I think Ohio State fans want to showcase that like they did in the Tennessee game. That's the last true night game that we had here that had the big-time atmosphere was the Tennessee game, and that wasn't a regular season game. So that's the issue that I think just as much as I've been on the bandwagon saying I'm fine with games at noon because I think it's still a great atmosphere at Ohio Stadium, I personally don't need it to be dark out to be loud. I don't need it to be, it's 7 p.m.
You know why you know why they want that.
They want it because it looks good on TV. It makes the drone show pop a little bit better. You can actually see it. That's fine.
The fans want it because they want to get some adult beverages inside.
Tyvis, I don't know if you know.
Some lemonade.
I am on the OSU tailgate schedule. If I go to an OSU game and the game is at noon, I'm on the same tailgate schedule as if it was 7. I'm showing up 5 hours before. I'm getting parked. I'm getting rowdy. And if that's at 7 a.m., fine. I'm tying them on at 7 a.m.
To be frank, if it's a noon game, I probably won't have a lemonade until like the game.
Okay. That's your splurge.
But if it's at 3:30 or 7, I have plenty of lemonade leading up to that. I'm just saying. Because you can't drink, you can't have sugar before noon.
Oh, okay. Someone should tell my taste buds that's the case because they didn't get that message. One Big Ten coach is whining about his schedule. No, it's not the same one as last week. We'll tell you who it is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Well, we are noticing some major slowdowns for folks in Reynoldsburg and Bryce this morning. So here's what's going on. We actually had a crash that just cleared up for folks in that area. It's at 70 westbound direction just past Bryce Road where a right lane was blocked in that area. Again, was being the key word. The crash has cleared up, but again, noticing a lot of backups definitely caused some slowdowns for drivers this morning. 19 miles per hour out there, really extending almost towards Etna this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Oven-baked French toast. Hot, melty cheese. And meat. And meat. And meat. Introducing UDF's new 3-meat French toast sandwich, piled with bacon, sausage, and Canadian bacon. United Dairy Farmers. Mornings made for you.
Hey guys, it's D. Miller. Synergetics and Low T Center are the original MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. They provide you with the most medically driven, results-focused, and winning approach to restoring the quality of patients' lives through hormone care. If you notice that you're getting older, more tired, not motivated to do anything, it's not just aging. It's a physical and mental change to your body. Testosterone can help. Real patients tell us every day that they got their energy back and doing better than ever. It all starts with a quick test at the center. The on-site labs make it easy to get results in about 20 minutes. If you want at-home treatment, they'll educate you on everything you need to know to treat yourself at home. For a limited time, visit any Synergetics or Low T Center for a free hormone consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win either autographed sports memorabilia or maybe a pair of tickets to a major sporting event in town. Restore your energy like a pro with Synergetics and Low T Center. Book your appointment now at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Good morning, Columbus. It's going to be a good day, and it's going to be big. With the biggest morning news team in Central Ohio, Good Day Columbus. The biggest news, weather, and traffic in town every day. Bringing you over 5 hours of breaking news, live reports, and continuing coverage, and stories that'll make you smile. First Warning Weather gets you ready for the day ahead, and Steer Clear Team Traffic will get you to work on time. Good Day Columbus, weekday mornings on ABC 6. It's going to be a good day.
Listen up.
Y'all know what time it is.
Abbott Elementary returns.
Miss Shementi will no longer be teaching second grade. She'll be moving up to teach middle school math in homeroom.
New year.
Preteens are very different than second graders. Every day is like an episode of Scared Straight. What?
Same Abbott.
We live in a post-truth landscape, and these kids hit below the belt, which is where you haven't been touched in years.
Abbott Elementary season premiere.
Wednesday night on ABC 6.
Skyline's new chicken chili is here. Now you can enjoy that legendary Skyline taste with a new protein option. Try Skyline's chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. Feeling good. It's Skyline time.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And today we're in my showroom so you can hear how our windows keep sound out.
It's pretty loud in here, Wilson.
Well, Leslie, that's because the window's open. But if you close it like so, well, it's kind of good to let in a little nature.
I think nature just honked at us, Wilson. Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease 2 Elantras for $222. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $222 a month for a 2-year lease. Both your new Elantras come with owner assurance and America's Best Warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. In Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes fees. First month payment, 10K miles per year, ends 9/30.
The Fan 2 is on the air. Catch the Bob and Tom Show in the morning and Jim Rome in the afternoon. And Buckeye stuff and Reds 2 in the NFL. It's lots of stuff. You get the picture. It's the Fan 2 live on 1460 AM, the Fan app, and the Fan's HD2. All your favorite Fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I like how the YouTube chat has caught on to the fact that Dylan has crash outs at least once or twice a day, our producer, but that they are informed crash outs. I saw that from Evan, who said his crash outs are hilarious. They're informed, though. And they are. You are usually very informed when you get mad about something, which I appreciate.
Someone else also said, STFU, don't be this weirdo when it comes to noon kickoff. So there's that take, too.
It's fine. There's both. There's room for both. By the way, Tyvis and I are just watching a little tape We were doing a little tape study there of the Bengals game last night, where the Bengals got trucked in Denver by the Broncos. It wasn't even competitive.
Their offensive line is trash. I don't know who works between them and the Browns at the tackle position.
No, but they had I guess I could find it and tweet it out, but there's a video of them where the Broncos rushed 3 guys. They have 6 in protection because the running back stays home and they've got the 5 linemen down. And 4 of the guys, including the running back and the 3 middle linemen, block one dude in the middle, and both of the tackles got beat, and they sacked Jake Browning.
It's incredible.
You had 6 on 3.
Incredible.
They didn't even bring the regular defensive line. They brought a skinny down defensive line, and you still got messed up.
It's one of them plays that's so bad that you got to keep watching it. You got to keep watching it to make sure that that's what it is. Like
Zach Taylor, he shouldn't have been. They should have given what Jacksonville did with Urban Meyer. Like, you just stay here. Why don't you just stay back and you can go do something here in Denver? That's what you can do, Zach Taylor. Don't even come home. He should have been fired on the tarmac.
I mean, they beat them instantly.
Yeah, you can't do that. Come on.
Both of them.
I saw that Dan Lanning is complaining about his schedule. Did you see any of this, Tyvis? Because he's mad that apparently Oregon has to play a lot of teams that the week before they play Oregon, they get an extra day or they play a little earlier. Well, at least 2 of their games, the team that they've gone up against has had a bye week. Let's see. I believe that part of that was now I've got it all mixed up here. I think it's Indiana, Iowa, and Minnesota and Penn State had full bye weeks prior to having Oregon on the schedule. Some of those games have been played, obviously. Some of them have not. Northwestern and Rutgers had Friday games the week that they played Oregon, so they had a whole extra day to prepare.
Well, the Indiana one ain't fit because they on a bye week now. Oregon on a bye week.
I think they're both on a bye week.
Okay, you're right. That's fair. All right, then take that one off. But Iowa, Minnesota, and Penn State all will have, or Penn State had a bye week before they played Oregon.
Does it matter?
No, I don't think so. Also, Oklahoma State, they played a Thursday game the week before they went to Oregon. How'd that go for them? They lost by 1 million. So, sometimes that doesn't matter, right? Yeah, you can get rested up or get a little extra film study, but if your team sucks, I don't know. Dan Lanning just has to find something to complain about.
Yeah, I declared my hatred for Dan Lanning yesterday, and it just continues today with this news. He's always got something to say at all times.
Yeah, he's
on coke. Let him live. Whatever. If that's your thing.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Did you see his post game?
I saw
He's
it.
on something.
I saw it.
Little bump. He got a little bump.
He had those Adam Gase crazy eyes. Remember that? When he did that press conference, his eyes were just going in 2 different directions. That was Dan Lanning after that game.
His mouth, he couldn't keep it. He was like moving it around awkwardly.
He should have got up there, and his first thing should have been, Eugene.
No, it shouldn't have.
Liam Conan, my guy.
Well, we'll talk about Liam Conan a little bit later on. I got a story about him coming up. But I'll say this. The West Coast teams in the Big Ten have started to become very annoying to me. Oh. Not because they're good or anything. I mean, Oregon's good. That's fair. But, that was last week where USC, Lincoln Riley was complaining about, we got to travel so much. We got to go across the country so much. And Dan Lanning brought this up. He's like, we have 15,000 miles of travel this year. No other team has to do that. It's like, right. You joined the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Not that he necessarily was in charge of that decision, but Oregon, USC, UCLA, Washington, all those teams joined the Big Ten. By the way, Washington joined the Big Ten, like I just said. Ohio State had to travel out there. Ohio State last year had to travel to Oregon. Sometimes the teams come and play you, Dan. I know that most of your travel involves going this way, but that's what you signed up. That's what those schools signed up for that when they joined the Big Ten. What are you arguing about? Go join the Pac-12 or the Pac-2 or whatever's left. Go call Oregon State back up and go back with them.
Well, the money's not that good over there.
Just like noon kickoffs, that's what the money's for.
Yeah.
Okay? You signed up for it.
Yeah, you did. And I'm with you on the noon kicks thing from this standpoint. We shouldn't keep being surprised that it happens.
Ooh,
I think
Buckeye fan base.
We over it.
No. Go on Twitter. Go on Twitter right now.
Tyvis, you and I are.
I've been over it.
I'm saying Buckeye fans at some point, it's like, we just have to point and laugh and go, all right, put us, do that. What's the LeBron meme where it's like 7 a.m., 7 p.m.? It doesn't matter. I'll get the job done. Whenever you play these games, Buckeyes hopefully will get it done. I, too, would like to see them be at night. I don't understand why Ohio State isn't able to throw their weight around a little bit more. But I also know that the way it works when it comes to Fox and this TV deal, they're not going to move on it.
The best thing for Ohio State is for Oregons and the Penn States and the Indianas and the Wolverines to be good, because then it wouldn't be so enticing to just put only
just Ohio State. Yeah.
It'd be like, oh, we got all these teams to pick from.
When you play, like, if Penn State, let's say they remain undefeated until they play Ohio State, guess when they're going to put that game?
That's a noon game.
Absolutely.
Which I think the tailgate show will be around for that.
Breaking news?
Well, that's what they telling me.
Okay.
I don't think it's not chalk yet, but I feel like this is a really good chance that we'll be here.
Where is the BTN tailgate headed this weekend, my friend? Where are you guys going?
Perdon't.
Oh, that's right.
Gosh, sorry, Tyvis.
You get the PJ out to West Lafayette?
But guess who they playing?
Or do you drive yourself out there?
Guess who? I'm driving myself.
Yeah,
guess who they're playing?
I forget.
They're playing Illinois. So when you ask me next week about Ohio State versus Illinois, I will be able to tell
you should have all the intel on Minnesota. You were up there with their drunk fans this last weekend. That was good to see.
Yeah, I got to talk a little Minnesota yesterday with Adam King. You can catch that on 10 TV Plus.
There you go. Good plug. One of your former coaches said the following phrase: "I will effing end your effing life." Which coach said it and who did he say it to? We'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing a lot more drivers on our roads for our Tuesday morning commute here. Canal Winchester, Pickerington, still looking at you. 33 westbound heading into the city. Over by Gender Road, still pretty slow moving at 11 miles per hour out there. Want to make sure you're taking it nice and slow, packing that patience. And for folks over on the west side, noticing some spots as well, particularly by that 270 and 70 intersection, that eastbound direction, especially over by Wilson Road, pretty slow moving out there. Again, want to make sure everyone's taking it nice and easy on the roads this Tuesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic, sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register at roosterswings.com.
Dormar, your climate hero. When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Hey friends, it's Austin Ward. Covering college football every week shows you how momentum changes everything. That's what Awaken 180 did for me. Once I started, the progress kept building. I feel more confident, more comfortable in my own skin, and I've got energy again. The numbers matter, but the real story is how much better I feel now. If you want that kind of momentum in your life, to do it and then keep the weight off, do what we all did and choose the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
As part of our 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, Newman Roofing is proud to recognize individuals going above and beyond to make a difference for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Jessica Komajati. Jessica has made an impact by being a Special Olympic Ohio Fit 5 advocate and youth leader, as well as a Buddy Walk committee member. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan in our commitment to the community.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. After years of playing college and NFL football and always searching for that edge to keep my body right, to make sure I was always in peak physical condition, I was getting beat up, I was getting older, and I needed something to help me out. And that's something, well, I didn't want it to be surgery. And so I went to see my friends at QC Kinetics. I brought my dad with me. I needed my knee helped, so did he. And they did a great job. They helped use our own body's biologics to heal us. So we went there, we talked to Dr. Ray Tesner. He's the founder of Grant Sports Medicine. So you know that he knows what he's talking about. And you don't have to have surgery. There's no knife. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast and it's all natural. So whether it's back, knees, hips, shoulders, they've got you covered. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation with Dr. Ray Tesner and his team. Look beyond that same old remedy that you've been looking for. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544 or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus today.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry in to Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio is your Medicaid plan for more benefits, more rewards. We know that good health means more than just seeing a doctor when you're sick. Eligible members can receive extras like home-delivered meals and family essentials, like baby carriers and kids' school supplies. Members can even earn rewards for playing mobile health trivia games. Learn more at AmeriHealthCaritasoh.com and call the Ohio Medicaid Consumer Hotline at 1-800-324-8680 to choose AmeriHealth Caritas Ohio.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The MLB playoffs start today, and both Ohio teams are a part of it. First, starting at 1 o'clock in Cleveland, the Guardians will take on the Detroit Tigers in Game 1 of an AL wildcard series. Tyrik Skubal is expected to be on the hill for Detroit, while Cleveland will send out Gavin Williams. The Cincinnati Reds, meanwhile, are out on the West Coast to take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hunter Green versus Blake Snell is the pitching matchup for that one. First pitch is set for 9 o'clock tonight. And finally, on the gridiron last night, it was a rough one on Monday Night Football for the Cincinnati Bengals yesterday as they fell to the Broncos in Denver 28-3. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It's great to have goals. It's even better to have experts to help you attain those goals. Experts in weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Actually, on our Twitter account at Bone and Tyvis, I did just put out the video of Dan Lanning. Little thing of what Dylan was talking about, how Dan Lanning looks a little nuts at times. So if you haven't seen that. Out. Alleged. I don't even know if it's alleged. It's alleged by you, apparently. But you can go see that. Just follow us at Bone and Tyvis 971. Also, Tim sent us a tweet there. He said, I think there's a difference in age demographic between noon and night games, which absolutely translate to home field advantage. That's actually a very valid point. One of the few valid points I've heard on this whole noon game versus night game thing. If you want to say to me that like there are more of the like college students that are showing up for night games, I would believe that to a degree. That would make some sense to me. The flip side of that argument, though, is which of those two games is cheaper to get on the secondary market? Probably the noon game. The night games are going to be way more expensive just as a rule. So I do think some of that cancels out. But if you are a student and you're looking at which tickets you're going to buy as a student ticket holder, I could see you absolutely wanting to get games that seem like they're going to be at night because that's probably how you want to roll. You don't want to get up at 7 a.m. when you have classes all week anyway. So
no, I think the same. I disagree. I think the students are on the same drinking schedule that you're on. 6 hours before the game, regardless of kick time. If they want to get up early and do it, they'll do it. Actually, I think they cherish the opportunity to have an excuse to drink at 6 or 7 a.m. Actually, that's how I think the college kids are that's their mindset.
Kegs and eggs.
Exactly. Block O students, I think, are with you. I'm saying your average, I just buy tickets for some of the games. I'm not a diehard, but I want to go for a big event. That probably happens more when it's a night game. There's probably a little bit more of that.
I feel like people thoroughly enjoy when game day and big noon is on campus. And in order to get good spots for that, you got to get there early and you got to get started early.
That's fair. And you see it. There are a lot of, I was watching the Oregon Penn State, some of their pregame before I flipped it over to BTN Tailgate with Tyvis. But they had, on their campus, it's always college students that are lining, and they get there at 3 a.m. to get on that show.
I hate that you tweeted this out of him.
What? You saw it? You see what I'm seeing?
Y'all out of line.
It's not just me that's saying he's on drugs. The internet's saying it, okay? And everything on the internet is true. Yes, we all know that.
He's passionate.
He is passionate. That is for sure.
Is he as bad as the Macho Man Randy said?
No, Macho Man confirmed.
Ultimate Warrior was the one that's that's a dude that was on.
Ooh, yeah.
I love it when your Macho Man comes out. That's good. So a guy that you used to play for, right? Robert Saleh? He is now
my defense coordinator.
Well, he's back as a defensive coordinator for the Niners. Is that what you play for?
Why didn't he bring you back, Tyvis? Come on. He should have brought you back to San Francisco.
There. Should have brought you back in.
I think it's because I'm black.
Oh, there you go. Allegedly. You heard it here first.
What?
Yeah. Robert Saleh. So he made these comments last week when talking about new Jacksonville Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. Obviously, the Jags and the Niners played this past week. Here are the comments that Robert Saleh made last week.
Jacksonville, this is a very young, but it's a very talented group. Liam and his staff, a couple of guys coming from Minnesota, they've got legally a really advanced signal stealing type system where they always find a way to put themselves in an advantageous situation. They do a great job with it. They formation you to try to find any nugget they can. So we've got to be great with our signals, and we got to be great with our communication, and to combat some of the tells that we might give on the field. So they're almost elite in that regard. That whole entire tree, from Sean to Kevin O'Connell to all those guys, they all do it.
Okay, so saying in there, you heard him say legally they have a sign stealing apparatus. What he means is the way they move around.
Right? Yeah, they look at you during the game, figure out who you are, what's the signal, what does it mean, and then they watch and then make adjustments off it.
They don't have a guy in a disguise going to another game and scouting it.
That's
they
just
don't
filming
have that.
Just that guy? No.
Right. No, they don't have that. Now, Robert Saleh could narrate my life. That is a great voice. I could listen to his voice all day, every day. That's awesome.
He's a great storyteller, I tell you that.
Oh, I'm sure he has a great story, right? Isn't his brother the one? I feel like his brother was in New York during 9/11. I can't remember if his brother
I have no idea.
He was affected by 9/11, and he then said, what am I doing? He was working a regular job, and he's like, what am I doing with my life? I want to coach football. And then when that happened, he was like, we don't know what's going to happen to us the next day. He went to coach football, let him live.
Well,
good story for Robert Saleh.
His brother is a 9/11 survivor.
Yeah, okay. So that, I'm just saying, the man has a great story, and it sounds like he's a great storyteller. I would listen to his voice all the time.
He's a great coach, I tell you that. He's a really good coach, a very genuine guy. Very passionate about the game.
He's very passionate after the game. So Jaguars beat the Niners, as we know. We watched if you saw the game or saw the results. After the game, Liam Cohen, apparently the head coach of the Jags, didn't like that it was even insinuated that they were stealing signals. So there's video you can go watch of him rolling up to Robert Saleh, and apparently he starts screaming, does Liam Cohen, keep my name out of your mouth. And he says it again, keep my name out of your mouth. Keep my name out of your effing mouth. He says it 3 times. His players, Jags players, are pulling Liam Cohen away and saying, Coach, we won the game. We don't need to go after their defensive coordinator like this. They're kind of laughing at him, but he is dead serious, looks like he wants to fight Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh then said, I was trying to compliment your ass. Then he said, I will F your world up. You don't want to F with me. I will effing end your effing life.
Well said.
I like it. I like that I want to see more fighting between head coaches and coordinators. I want to see guys dropping their nuts on the table when they do win. I want to see guys screaming at each other when they lose. I like it. Keep the emotion in football. It's
it
good.
always makes me laugh when coaches go at it like this because players do it all the time. And as a player, you can actually take that frustration out in the field of play if that guy plays offense and you play defense or vice versa. So you get a chance to actually let some of that steam off. To where coaches, there's nothing but chirping that's going on. And I always laugh at how you could always tell what people think of certain people because they try them. Like, when the last time a coach tried Vrabes?
Oh, I wouldn't.
My point exactly.
Mike Vrabel would not be getting any of that heat. I think you're exactly right.
When has somebody tried like Mike Tomlin or something like that?
Sure. Yeah.
Like I feel like it's funny to see like how some of these coaches be like, oh, I think I can get over on him, so I'm gonna try him. They go mess around.
Well, do you think that was a right call by Liam Cohen to assume that about Robert Saleh? Because I don't get the vibe that Robert Saleh.
I don't know why he would think that. Like I'm trying to figure out why he think he could just do that to him and think that it would just be all right.
Well, in the video, it looked like Liam walked past him and then wrapped around, waited for people to be in between them, and then started talking. And you know what? I'm a Liam Cohen guy, but not in this situation because first of all, he did that. And secondly, what Robert Saleh said was not out of bounds. He literally mentioned other coaches that do it. It's not like he singled him out and called him a cheater. He said it was legal, and he said, hey, like, this is like a thing that their whole coaching tree is good at. It was more of an observation than like a allegation.
Yeah, I felt like that was actual honesty of him saying this guy is a really good coach and we have a challenge given how they run things.
The biggest issue I have with Liam doing this is the head coach doing this.
Yeah. If
Dylan described what happened and that really is what happened, as a player, you kind of look soft. You gotta look soft. Why you wasn't gonna do nothing? he one of them guys that you ever when you was in high school or elementary school and somebody was fighting and you tried to hold them back. All you got to do is put two fingers on their chest, just go like this, and they'll swear that they can't get past you. That's because they know they ain't really trying to fight for real.
No.
That's how I feel about Liam Cohen right now. I would have put two fingers on his chest like, don't do it, coach, don't do it, just to see if them two fingers was strong enough to hold him back.
Yeah, I don't think in the list of coaches that I would want to fight, Robert Saleh would not be on the list. Mike Vrabel would not be on the list. I'm trying to think of other guys in the NFL. Like, I feel like there are plenty of like old, like, Pete Carroll, they're taking a run at, but that's not really fair because he's like a 77-year-old man.
Nick Sirianni?
No, I don't think. Like he looks crazy. Like he's got a bit of crazy. Liam Cohen looks a little crazy too, but I just think he's soft.
Would you fight Sean McVay?
Sean McVay's like 5'6", right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, okay.
Your booty.
I'll sit on it. I'm not saying I'd outrun him or anything, or if we got into grappling, he'd tear me apart. But if I can sit on him,
who would be an intimidating head coach?
Like, I want to see more post-game altercations. Like, what was it? Was it Harbaugh and Jim Schwartz, the handshake thing? Was it those two?
Wait, what happened?
But this was years ago. I can't remember if it was Harbaugh or not.
Oh,
I know
Dan
Schwartz was
Campbell. Rusty is 100% right.
Oh, Dan Campbell, I would want no part of it. Exactly.
He says he'll bite your kneecaps off.
Dude, if Dan Campbell and Mike Vrabel got into a fight, I think you would see half the NFL just be like, I don't care what's happening. They could be in the middle of a game.
They would fight
stop.
to the death.
Yes, they would. 100%.
There is no pulling it off.
No.
This is somebody's not going to make it out of this fight.
No.
Yeah, it was Jim Harbaugh and Jim Schwartz when he was the head coach of the Lions, and Jim Harbaugh shook his hand and slapped his back real hard.
And Schwartz did.
Watch the video during the break.
You got to go watch that.
There we go, pull it up.
And then they got into it a little bit.
It became like,
Jim Schwartz.
No, I slapped your back.
Jim's back.
Jim Harbaugh slapped Jim Schwartz real hard on the back.
I think Harbaugh's team won.
Yes,
I think the
when
Niners
he was with the
won.
Niners. Yep.
They won, and then Schwartz was like a good firm handshake. He was trying to say something to him, and Harbaugh like slapped on the back really hard. He's like, "Hey, don't slap my back!" And then they had to they left and came back together, and were kind of yelling at each other. Yeah,
it reminded me of a South Park episode, like, "Don't call me pal, buddy."
Yeah.
There we go.
That's exactly that.
Hold on, I think I might have found.
Well, you look it up. When we come back, we'll tell you what the chances are. What do the Reds and Guardians? What are their chances of winning the World Series? We'll tell you what Vegas thinks next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. Well, the roads are looking a lot better for our folks in our northeast corner, especially over by New Albany. That's because we had a crash that just cleared up not too long ago. It was happening on 161, that westbound direction, just past New Albany Road, where left shoulder was blocked in that area. Again, crews left the scene not too long ago. Nice and green on our time saver traffic map. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
Did you want information on the Ohio Lottery's Rolling Cash 5? Okay. Rolling Cash 5 is a daily draw game where you select 5 numbers from 1 to 39 and win by matching 2, 3, 4, or 5 numbers. Jackpots start at $100,000 and grow until someone wins. You can learn more at OhioLottery.com or the Ohio Lottery app. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Want to go back to the radio? Okay.
Guys, this season is game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events. Female patients also eligible. For more information or book an appointment, visit trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
From smoke and carbon monoxide detectors to fire extinguishers and more, Kidde Home Safety products keep your family protected in case of emergencies. Did you know that your detectors need to be replaced every 5 to 10 years? Kidde detectors feature enhanced sensing technology that reduces false alarms and fast alerts. For more time to get out safely, visit us in-store or on Menards.com and shop our great selection of Kidde safety products.
Save big money at Menards. Fox Tonight is the place for uncovering mysteries and memories.
I had a car accident. I lost 8 years of my life.
First, it's an all-new murder in a small town.
Your success rate in solving major crimes is superb.
Surprises the heck out of me too sometimes. Then it's a new episode of the smash hit Doc.
You're having memories? They're just weird flashes. I need my life back. I will do whatever it takes.
Tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 28.
At the end of the day, the sun sets on Central Ohio, but stories are still unfolding. Every voice, every neighborhood, every question that still needs answers. Fox 28 News at 10 is there in the quiet moments and at the turning points, digging deeper, finding solutions, lifting up the communities that shape who we are. At the end of the day, you deserve a team that's on your side. Fox 28 News at 10, always on your side.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers, use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONN TBoneRadio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, The Ultimate OSU Football Insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll start off the morning with clear skies and wake-up temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, but get ready. The heat is on this afternoon with daytime highs in the mid to upper 80s with plenty of sun. For tonight, skies will be clear overnight with lows in the 50s, and then the dry weather continues on Wednesday with highs right around 80 degrees. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
My guys and gals at Window Nation have a tremendous deal for you right now. This month only, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, plus an extra 10% off, plus no interest for 2 years. So again, you buy 2 windows, you get 2 for free. You get an additional 10% off of that, plus you get no interest, no payments for 2 years. Here's how this all works when you go to Window Nation. Just go to windownation.com. You set up a free consultation. They come out, they look at your windows, they figure out what you need. Once you decide what you're buying, you get the deals, you kick all that in. Then they will send out their windows, which get a 50-point inspection from the factory, a 20-point inspection when they get to your house, and their installers, who usually have at least 15 years of experience on these crews. When they come out, they know what they're doing. They can get the job done usually in one day. They're putting in great windows that are energy efficient, that will help you keep the energy in your home as we get colder, right? You want to keep the warm air in. Over the summer, you want to keep the cool air in. These windows help you do that, and they'll save you money in the long run when you go with Window Nation because they are built the best. So schedule a fast free estimate now. Go today. WindowNation.com is the website. Again, WindowNation.com.
As you know, T-Bone, I keep it real.
Oh, you do keep it real.
Keep it real.
Keep it a buck.
So, Dylan, let me tell you, yesterday, I get a text message from my father. Not Denzel Washington.
I was going to say Denzel Washington.
Not Denzel.
Okay.
My actual...
the biological father.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Okay. For people who don't know, your biological father, you saw him, like, he left when you were like, what?
2 or 3 or something like that. He got deported back to Jamaica. He can't come back to the U.S., that type of thing.
And he lives in Jamaica.
He lives in Jamaica, yes. So him and our relationship is distant. We talk every now and again, blah, 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 right? So yesterday, I get a message. I'm playing a game with 2K, and we are like in the thick of the game. And I get a message, and I see his name. And the message says, you forget about me, man. I'm still alive, son. Thank you.
Wow.
So I looked at it. You ever get a message, you look at the phone like, what? Like, so I respond because I'm not under 18 anymore. I'll just say,
You're a grown man.
I say what it is.
Right.
I told him, I said, the phone works both ways, right? Mm-hmm. So you must have forgot about me too. Right?
I think he saw that text and said, "Uh-oh." Yeah, that's what I was like, no.
So we go back and forth, and he's basically saying, like, you were supposed to come see me. You were supposed to come to Jamaica this summer to see me because he wants to see the kids and all those things. And I told him, I said, well, I was moving this summer. I had to pack up one house, and then I had to move the next month. So, like, my summer was full of me packing and moving, so I didn't have time.
And we, started this show.
And we started this show as well.
You came in every day with packing tape wrapped around you. You were just knee-deep in packing.
So what gets me about him is he acts as if he's like, why don't you ever, like, talk to me? But my issue with him is he don't realize this is how I know he don't know me, because I don't talk to nobody. I don't even talk to my own mother every day. I haven't talked to my mother in like I haven't seen or talked to my mother in like a month. Like, that's just how it is. Like, that's just me. Like, I don't talk to people in my family every day. I love them to death, but like, it's not me picking up the phone. Hey, what's going on? Like, I'd stay out of the way. Like,
and you work 8 days a week.
Right.
So some families are like that, though. Some families are like, oh, every day it's a call from mom and dad. Even when you're grown, like you still talk to your parents. Or some families are like that. And then other families, it's like, I'll see you when I see you. We all love each other. We care about each other. We don't have to like prove it every day with a billion texts and all that. I get that. Everybody's different.
Yeah. So and then like it's not like I don't like every now and again. Like the first day of school was for my kids was like August 26th or something like that. I sent them a picture of the kids. I sent them his 2 granddaughters. Look, this is what they look like. Cool.
Yeah.
Then I seen something on IG and I sent it to him. I sent it to him in the message. That was like 2 weeks ago. And he like, why don't you like, what you talking about? This is more than what I should be doing.
This is for a guy you didn't see most of your life, right? Like most of your...
in my life where I can actually remember everything, I've seen him 2 times.
Okay.
I seen him when I was in the 8th grade, and then I seen him, the last time I seen him in person was 2017.
Wow. All right. See, like I think that's really cool that you're sending him messages and stuff like that. That seems like to me that you're keeping him well informed of what's going on. Getting pictures of the kids and stuff.
Yeah. Like so that blew me last night. I was like, what's wrong with you? Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
You don't need to do that. That's why sometimes it's better with family to just be like, you know what, I'll catch you some other point down the road. Like the more you get into those intertwined things, it gets frustrating. It gets to be a headache.
See, like I'm tight with my parents, but it's different. Like I need my parents. Like my dad took my daughter to school this morning, so I needed to talk to them.
Yeah,
there needed to be some information passed there.
You know, see, I love my parents too. My parents, but like I have talked a lot about how like I grew up differently. They were very religious. I'm not as religious now, but like my parents to this day, they get up every morning and they watch us on YouTube. Like they get up at 6 a.m. Hey. They're one of the YouTube people that are
Shout
checking
out to
in.
the Smiths.
Yeah, they're actually rusty rotors in the YouTube channel. They're the ones that talk the most crap about Tyvis. That's them. That's who they. That's.
Speaking of the YouTube chat, Meat Sweats isn't in there as much anymore because he said his schedule changed. But he will tweet us.
Yeah.
Did you read his tweet about the what is it, Buck City Sammys? Did you read that earlier or did you not?
I don't know if I did.
I don't think you did. He said, "Sorry, Tyvis, I checked the menu and all the sandwiches have bread. Sorry, bud, but it looks good and I'm sure T-Bone and Dylan will enjoy it."
I thought you was talking about the picture of the Bengals O-line.
That was a good tweet too, but I don't know how to describe that one without getting fired. So.
Some of those tweets just have to stay online. They just have to stay online is all I can say on that. So Fox Sports put this out, the odds for the World Series, right? I think the Guardians and the Reds, it shouldn't come as no surprise. They have the 2 lowest odds or highest odds, however you want to look at that. They're the least likely to win the World Series according to Vegas. Reds are plus 3,500, so 35-1. Guardians are 30-1. Phillies have the lowest odds. They are basically like at 4.5-1 thereabouts. Mariners right behind them. Dodgers at 5-1. So both those teams, here's the positive. They have the nobody believes in us thing. They can go with that. That's the motivation you should use. So hopefully today, Guardians start off at 1. Reds are at 9. Both teams are in very good spot to go out there and try to make something happen, right? At least with the Guardians, you know what you're getting with the Tigers. The Reds and the Dodgers, I feel like the Reds played the Dodgers pretty well this year. So
not really.
I think they beat
I'm wrong on that.
They won one game out of 6. Yes.
Okay, so no. But you know what? Now that just means they're due. The statistical odds are now it's going to shift into their favor. But I don't know, Tyvis, how are you feeling as a Guardians fan going into this series with the Tigers?
I'm pretty confident. I think that the Guardians obviously played some really good ball to finish that season. Dropped a couple games to the Rangers. I think, did they? Or they only lost 1, right? Or did they lose 2 to the Rangers? I can't remember. But
just the 1.
Yeah, they dropped the 1 to the Rangers, but they was on an all-time heater. But I love the way that they finished the last game against the Rangers. The walk-off to win it. I think that's going to propel them against Detroit. And I think that, listen, Scoop was a tough out. Scoop was the best pitcher in baseball, in my personal opinion. So it's going to be tough to get him, but you've done it before. That's the thing. Like, if this was one of those situations where you've lost to him every time, then it would be different. But you literally beat him. Even last year in the playoffs, on the last game, I think the series was tied 1-1. You had to play Scooble, and y'all beat him to advance to the next round. So y'all have a history of being able to come through in big moments. I expect to see that again today.
You see, I'm on the opposite side.
Of course you
because
are,
because of what you just said.
You a hater.
They beat Scooble's gonna win the Cy Young going away. Beating him
he won it last year. They beat him.
Exactly. Beating him 3 outings in a row.
Happens, bro. It's baseball.
2 was kind of a miracle. 3, man.
Dylan, you
know
were the one
I want him to knock him out the game. I want him to do so bad that they got to pull him.
Dylan, you were the one that literally, when they were 15 and a half out, you were like, don't give up on this Guardians team.
He's
when
on crack.
When they were 11 out, you said they could win the division, and everybody here was making fun of you. So now you're looking at Tarek Skubal and saying, oh, he can't get beat 3 times in a row. If any team could do it, it's the Guardians.
I think it's hard to beat someone that good 3 games in a row, and it's hard to stay as hot as they've been.
Hater.
Here's what I know.
For a long period of time.
That's what you want to be going into the playoffs. That's what makes you dangerous, is that you playing really good ball.
And I also think there might be something to the fact that their goal was to get hot, and once they got hot, they were like, oh, the division's in sight. And it's like, you know what? We made it. I wonder if there's like a we made it feeling in that locker room, and then there will kind of be a letdown in the playoffs.
Yeah. The good thing is for both the Reds and the Guardians, they have pitching. Pitching is what you need this time of year. If you get timely hitting with that, you can beat anybody. Even the Dodgers for the Reds. They have great pitching too, and obviously we know about their bats. But look, it just takes your aces going out there and pitching well, and then who knows? From there, it could be. I'm saying I'm excited to watch both these. I'm excited to watch all the baseball today. It's like a full day of baseball starting at 1, and of course you will have Reds action. We will have that here with the fan.
Don't bet on it, Dylan.
Well, I was going to say, for the people who like to bet for the sake of betting, you want to bet Guards Reds World Series, you could get that at about plus 20,000.
Oh my gosh!
So for the people that treat sports gambling like a lottery ticket, there you go. There's a good bet for you.
Put $2 on that, and if it hit, it won't. But if it does,
send some Johnny Taylor.
Now
my last $2.
That's good. I like it. I have an awful Brown stat to share with you in 2 minutes. We'll do that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a new crash coming into our system this morning, this time happening in our southeast corner by Groveport. There's a crash on 270, that northbound direction at 33. Expect some lane closures out there. Traffic and backups definitely impacted and continuing to increase this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Did your doctor just add another medication to that long list? Maybe for blood pressure, cholesterol, type 2 diabetes? You ask him how you're going to get off of it? Well, the answer is going to be losing weight. But you already knew that. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
For years, you've been hearing us talk about the Newman Roofing difference, delivering nothing short of an excellent customer experience each and every single time, from the first phone call to the end of your project. But don't take our word for it. Take a listen to our friend John and his Newman Roofing experience.
Well, the first thing that drew me to Newman Roofing is the extraordinary Google score of 5.0. That was the first indication to me that this was going to be a good experience. Overall, the experience with Newman Roofing was wonderful. When I came home, the job was completely finished. The crew had cleaned up and left. I wouldn't have known that they were there.
What star rating would you give Newman Roofing on Google?
I would, without hesitation, award Newman Roofing a 5-star rating on Google.
Any advice for those looking for a new roof, John?
Once you have contact with Newman Roofing, you'll understand why everybody's giving them a 5-point rating.
Do what John did and schedule your free roof or siding consultation with Newman Roofing. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online today at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Hop in that YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there.
T-Bone is a Johnny Taylor man.
Oh, you played me that. I was not familiar with this game.
$2.
That's good.
I'm not going to lose.
I can listen to that all day. I love stuff. Yeah, that's great.
We're slowly educating T-Bone.
Hey, I mean, I've listened to plenty of stuff. I just hadn't heard Johnny Taylor. That's one that I was not familiar with. Although, I forgot to tell you this last week. When they were talking about, and they brought it up on the broadcast. They brought it up on the pregame, the Penn State thing. When they brought up, what's the song called?
Mo Bamba.
When they said that, Mo Bamba.
I'm
I'm just telling you, Dylan said it to me, but like, the Mo Bamba thing, Dan Lanning is playing that at practice for Oregon to get ready for the whiteout. I said, did Mo Bamba write a song that I'm not familiar with?
I had T-Bone.
I had no concept.
Please.
I had never heard.
Oh, my goodness.
Never heard of it.
Well, you been under a rock?
I told him they've been playing Mo Bamba at college football games for 5 years or more.
If you ever go to the gym and put on Mo Bamba, you will PR anything that you will lift a house.
I don't see how.
It's 2 songs that you play at the gym.
I don't even see how.
That if you put that real weight on the bar and you trying to get through it, if you play Knuck If You Buck or Mo Bamba, you will lift whatever it is. Trust me.
I can see Knuck If You Buck. I can't see. I don't get the hype with Mo Bamba. I'm sorry. I don't understand it at all.
You know what? That's what I suggest. When you get out of here, you go in your car.
I did.
Cut your volume all the way up.
I did.
And then play the song.
I played it.
You're going to do 150 on the freeway.
Well, we've been trying to teach you about culture. Are you going to tell Tyvis about yours and the concert?
Well, tonight I'm going to a concert.
Yes.
I'm wearing the shirt.
I'm
wearing my Callous Cowboys shirt. You want to hear a little Callous Cowboys? Get you ready for the concert tonight? A little pregame for me? So, Tyvis, you're listening to Mo Bamba. This is what I actually literally, when I heard Mo Bamba, I thought Lou Bega? Was that Mambo? That's Mambo number 5. That's different. Totally different song. Little bit of Jessica in my life. All right. So that's what you're listening to. Here's what I've been listening to. This is what I'm going to see tonight. This is the Callous Cowboys. There we go.
That's it, huh?
There you go. That's what's going on in my car 24/7.
You see, me and Tyvis don't know anything about this.
No,
not a single thing.
It's fine.
See the head bob.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Tonight, we're going to be throwing hands. Everybody's going to get into fights. It's going to be a lot of fun.
The mosh pit.
Yeah, it'll be a mosh
Will
pit.
you come in limping like Tyvis on Thursday after you get out of the mosh pit?
That song is literally called like Limp Like a Dog. And so that's maybe what will happen to me is I will be limping like Tyvis.
Is that what they're saying? I don't understand.
No, not that part. Later.
Okay.
That's later. That's when the chorus hits. That wasn't the chorus.
Oh, that wasn't the chorus?
No.
Okay.
Trust me.
I got to catch a weekend show so I can go see it on like a Saturday.
We'll get you out to a mosh pit. We'll get you in there.
Dylan, you going to go with me, right?
Yeah. Next year, we'll have to figure out a day of Sonic Temple so Tyvis can experience it.
What's the people here? My Chemical Romance?
Yeah, they're the headliners. I don't know if there's not a lot of moshing for My Chemical Romance.
But they're a little soft.
I want the hardcore people.
Well,
they'll be there.
Don't worry. There's like a whole side of that. They got like stages. One stage is just where people beat the hell out of each other. And then one stage is where they have like the headliners. And then one stage is where it's like everybody's smoking weed.
Can I get Common Man to come with me?
Let's do it. I would bring Common. He doesn't go to things though. He doesn't like to be around people.
You don't think he would make an exception for me to come to this?
No.
What about Tim?
Tim would go. Tim goes. He's been to Sonic Temple before, although he went and said that Deftones were too loud for him, and I think that's Deftones are good. They're very good rock and roll. If that's too heavy for you, Sonic Temple's not your speed.
What about a guy like Biddle?
Biddle, I don't know Biddle. Biddle likes to, I know Biddle, but I'm saying he likes to play tennis. I know that.
He's not a mosh.
He likes music, I think. I don't know if he would mosh.
Me and Baker's
been. He used to work for the Blitz.
Yes.
They like the rock station. He knows all those
Baker's
bands.
probably been to more Sonic Temples than everyone in this building.
Baker looked like when he walk out this building, he listened to that music.
Baker goes, I don't know if he listens to that, but Baker goes and he used to hang out in the backstage area with the Sonic Temple bands. Like he knows all those bands. Yeah, he used to be in it.
And Reeser's a regular attendee as well.
Reeser's a heavy. That's
Reeser. He went for 3-6 Mafia last year.
No, that's why I went.
No, that's what he said. He said he was going for 3-6 Mafia.
He did want to see him, but I've met his girlfriend. Like they like heavier music. They listen to the heavy stuff on that show. Bishop and Friends.
Reeser don't listen to that dark stuff.
Absolutely, he does.
I bet we'll talk to him next segment.
We will. We'll find out because I promise you, Reeser listens to the heavier stuff than you think.
I don't think he does.
Him and Baker both
PTO to go to Sonic Temple this year. What do you think he was doing?
He did do that. But that was because Lincoln Park was there. that's not heavy.
Okay.
That's not like that dark stuff.
Like the thing I know is when I reference certain bands
what's
around
the people
him,
that wear the white T-shirts?
Oh, Guar.
Yeah, he
knows who Guar is.
He ain't going to that.
Promise you, he knows who Guar is.
He ain't going to no. I can't even say it. Guar.
Guar. Yeah.
It's war with the G in the front.
That's all it is. Yeah, exactly. What were we talking? Oh, Browns. I have a depressing Browns stat for you. 2025 Browns are one of 64 teams since 2000 that have scored 56 or fewer points through their first 4 games of the season. Okay? There's only been, again, one of 64 teams since 2000 that have scored that few of points. Of those 64 teams, the Browns have done that 5 other times. So there's only 64 teams that have scored this few of points. Of those teams, 5 of those years since 2000.
I mean,
so like once every basically 5 years, the Browns are one of the teams to score the fewest points in the NFL.
Out of curiosity, you had the years of those 5?
99.
Okay.
They scored 26 points. They were 0-4 at this stage in the season. 2003, they scored 46 points. They were 1-3.
Okay.
2008, they scored 46. They were 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
2009, they scored 49. They were 0-4. And then this year is the highest of those numbers. They scored 56. They are 1-3. But again, of all the NFL teams, there's 32 of them. They've played for 25 years. Only 64 times have one of those teams scored that low a number. And 5 of those 64 times, it's been the Browns. So I bet you there's other teams. I bet you go look at like the Jags and some of these other teams. They probably are in the same boat. But bad franchises find a way.
I was curious if it was all like Kevin Stefanski's tenure. That's why I was like, if you would have said it happened like 3 times from 2020 to now, I would have been like, oh, he's getting fired.
No, sadly, it hasn't. I mean, in a good way, I guess. It hasn't happened since 2009. So it hasn't largely been the Stefanski era until now.
Okay.
On the other hand, the Ravens have scored I think it was the most points for a 1-3 team in the history of the NFL.
That's because they had that first game where they scored like 40 points or something.
But also their defense is atrocious.
Yeah. That's sad because they got so many big names. This goes to show you that it ain't on paper, it look good, but it don't always come together like you think.
I think they still have a shot at the wild card, but like I said earlier, shout out Matty Ice, print the shirts for the Steelers.
How?
AFC North Divisional Champions in September. They already won it.
How? Isn't Lamar out for like a few weeks?
Undisclosed length, yeah.
It's hard to say.
And they back up is who?
Exactly.
Cooper Rush.
You know
Cooper
what?
Rush, I believe,
you know what's
right.
funny about that? If Shador would have just went to Baltimore,
I said that earlier. I said we'd have been risked up in Baltimore right now.
Could have been. That's what could have happened. No, I know that ultimately that Bengals team is atrocious, or that Browns team is atrocious. But also last night watching that Bengals game, I don't care what the stats say. That team is disgustingly bad.
And those are the 2 teams the Steelers have on their schedule in the next 2 weeks.
This is what kills me is that the
5-1.
The Steelers. I hate it. I hate it so much.
If the Browns can get to 3-3, boy,
Stop.
it would change everything. This is a must-win against the Vikings on Sunday. You have to get to 2-3.
Don't do it.
You just because if you get to 2-3, you go in the next week and you somehow beat the Steelers.
Well, somehow
you're second in the division. You're right there.
This is why they should be starting a rookie quarterback. Just let him go out there and make the mistakes, but maybe also, I don't know, make some throws. The reality is, I think someone needs to take Kevin Stefanski and say, hey, why don't you come over here during the times when the offense is on and let someone else call the plays? Because when he calls the offense, it's watered down and bad. And it's got the same features no matter who's playing quarterback, to be fair to Joe Flacco.
I'm going to be honest.
They don't trust him to throw the ball down the field. He never trusts people to throw the ball down the field.
The way that the Browns are playing offense is more suitable for Dylan Gabriel than Joe Flacco. It's crazy. Enough. I know people are like, what are you talking about? Well, Dylan Gabriel playing at Oregon, knowing that he's short, he always got the ball out of his hand in a timely manner. Same thing you're seeing with Dante Moore with Oregon right now.
Yeah.
They're taught you're not supposed to hold that ball. You got to get it out. And with the tackle situation as bad as it is, you don't have time. You got to get it out and know where to go with the ball. So actually, I think Dylan Gabriel would be a little bit better in this offense than Joe Flacco.
Yeah. I'd love to see something change, but I feel like as long as Kevin Stefanski is running the offense, it's not going to have a lot of change. And similarly with the Bengals, like that offense looks putrid. And part of it is because Joe Burrow's not there, but Bengals fans rightfully so this morning waking up and saying, why does our offense have to be so bad if Joe Burrow's not a part of it? I don't think you can expect them to win as many games if Joe Burrow's not there, but they were non-competitive yesterday as an offense. Like that's That is on coaching, and it should get Zach Taylor fired. It probably won't, but it should.
And that's 2 weeks in a row that the offense has looked that bad, or the team in general. They got blowed out twice.
They had, and the scoreline wasn't as bad this week, but the performance was. They had drops too and all that stuff, but they found themselves in so many 3rd and longs because that offense is just, it's simplified, it's stupid, and it doesn't work. And it barely worked with Joe Burrow there. But he could audible and make changes that Jake Browning's not seeing, and you have no offensive line.
He did get blowed out last week.
Terrible.
I forgot about that.
All right, so both the Ohio football teams suck. The baseball teams, great. That's good. So you got that to look forward to if you're a fan of either of those teams. Coming up next, we will hit the buzzer. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Well, if you live in our southeast corner, especially by Groveport, and usually take 270 northbound for your morning commute, do be mindful that you can expect some delays. That's because of a crash on 270, that northbound direction, right at 33. Again, expect some lane closures out there down to 19 miles per hour because of a crash this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
When it comes to all-wheel drive vehicles, nobody gives you more to choose from than Toyota, including the best-selling Camry and the best-selling RAV4.
You've also got Toyota's 5 Brothers, which include the best-selling Tacoma and the legendary new 4Runner.
All-wheel drive gives you the traction you need for confident driving on any road, in any weather.
With 25 different all-wheel drive choices, there's only one thing you need to know.
Nobody knows all-wheel drive better than Toyota. Let's go places.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans. No appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends. So come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient, and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
It's the Valley Ford Fall Super Sale. Mustang EcoBoost, Mach-E, Escape Active, Bronco Sport, just $399 a month. F-150 and Explorer models, Bronco Big Bend, Mustang GT, only $499 a month. Lease all with 0 down or buy from a big Ford lineup with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 0 APR for 48 months. Like Carnell Tate says.
The game-winning deal is always at Valley.
Keep on trucking with Valley Ford of Columbus.
All leases 36 months, all offers with approved credit. See Valley for details.
The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Pub on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, Jameson Whiskey, Didn't Go to College, and Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Man of the hour.
Eric Reese are joining us.
Gentlemen, good morning.
From Bishop and Friends. Morning, Reese. I was trying to convince Tyvis here that you are not, when you go to Sonic Temple.
You tell them you went to go see 3-6 Mafia last year.
I didn't because they were on too late.
See? I told you. You go to Sonic Temple to see and 3-6 Mafia was great. I watched them. They were awesome. But you went there to see Sonic Temple bands for the most part.
It was the variety they have is always great. Like 2 years ago, I found out who Sleep Token was.
Oh, gosh.
Last year, I went to see Metallica, Alice Cooper, Jimmy Eat World, Guar.
I told you he saw Guar. I told you.
Wait a minute. Stop it right now. You went to see them?
I did.
Did you have a white T-shirt?
I did not, no.
But that's what they do, is they spray fake blood and other bodily fluids, let's just leave it at that, out in the crowd.
Yep.
Yeah, that's their thing.
That's the thing.
They're like aliens.
Dylan, you was at this?
I saw that from a distance. I wasn't all up in the action.
What's the song they play when the president comes out? Yeah, that got played. The president came out. You'll never guess what happened.
Oh, yeah, they do this with every. They've done this with every. They got in trouble for that over the weekend because they did it at Riot Fest.
I love people just finding out who Guar is in 2025 and being angry at what their antics are.
They've done this for every president since Bill Clinton. For what it's worth, going way back in the day. The band has been around for 40 years. They're from Richmond, Virginia. They have a bar where they get all their old stage props and they hang them up on the walls, and it's they own the bar.
Pretty much,
they're an institution.
Every public figure over the last 40 years has been killed on stage by Guar.
Yeah. It's just a part of their stage show.
I'm shocked right now.
It's campy, stupid.
I just knew that you went to see You told me you was going to see 3-6 Mafia.
And then I saw what time they were playing.
What time did they play?
It was 10 o'clock, I think, was their scheduled time. And so nothing ever runs really on time at Sonic Temple. So they probably went on at 10:15.
He was still there.
We went to see Lincoln. I went to see Lincoln Park, and so I stayed for Lincoln Park.
I did not see Lincoln Park. Too late.
What's wrong? So the two headliners. Who's headlining? Lincoln Park, right?
So Lincoln Park was one of the headliners. They had 2 nights of Metallica. So in order to do 2 nights of Metallica, I had to give up some other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Lincoln Park and 3-6 Mafia were the give.
Look, Reeser is a metalhead, but he's also, like me, getting older.
Tyvis, I grew up on Metallica.
Yeah. That's like
what about
canon right
What
there.
about camp? Will you go see them play Ohio live?
You know what? If they were playing somewhere around here, I might go check them out. But they don't need to play it at the shoe. That's all. I do think, we said this earlier for the Super Bowl, Metallica would be a great Super Bowl act.
They would.
Because they have a big catalog.
Tupac's
a lot of people know them.
Would probably be okay.
So the same friend.
Look, I think Bad Bunny's a great choice.
Oh, yeah. I do. I don't know as much of his music, but I respect it.
No, but he'll put on a really good show.
Yeah.
And that's what the Super Bowl halftime show is. So for everybody, up there in years going, I don't know a single Bad Bunny song. Your kids and probably their kids will be entertained by what they see.
The target audience that they want for the Super Bowl definitely knows who they are. Yes, definitely knows Bad Bunny. So, yeah, that's right. What do you guys have coming up on the show today?
Hey, if you like Big Noon Kick, I've got some really great news for you. You're going to get more Big Noon Kick before the season's over.
Are you really fed up with it like that?
We did 6 of them last year. You're doing Ohio State, Illinois next week for Big Noon Kick. You had Ohio State, Michigan for Big Noon Kick. I'm just tired of the clown show that is Fox,
Are you
continuously letting down Ohio State, its biggest broadcast partner outside of the NFL?
So let me ask you, are you upset that they had 6 consecutive noon games? Or are you just like really mad are you mad that the big games are always at noon?
Both. Yes, to answer your question.
There you go.
It's just a mix of it all, and it's all stupid. Dom Tiberi is going to join us at 10:30. We'll do The Real Truth at 10 o'clock. We'll blitz the NFL at 11 o'clock. Could Jameis Winston be the savior the Bengals are looking for? The wild card round starts today. Guardians at 1 o'clock. Reds tonight at 9 o'clock. Tommy Thrall's their radio play-by-play guy on the Reds radio network. He'll join us at 11:30.
There you go. Also, I saw your guy, Paul Feinbaum, maybe on Thursday. Is that usually when he pops on?
Yeah, he'll be Thursday at 10:30.
Well, that's
maybe he'll announce
the future senator of the state of Alabama.
Maybe he'll announce his Senate run on the show live on Thursday. But yeah, all that coming up for 3 hours next with Bishop and Friends. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Right now, though, it's time to hit the buzzers. So let's make that happen.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
You can always tell when the host doesn't have the audio pulled up because he says the thing that's now going to play. That's what just happened there.
Back page, hit it.
Here's the buzzer. It's the
buzzer. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban. Longtime couple. Obviously, Keith Urban, huge mega country music star. Nicole Kidman, movie star, known for her work at the AMC theaters. She and Keith Urban separating after 19 years of marriage. It's too bad.
Do you think it has to do with her role in Baby Girl?
I don't know about her role in Baby Girl. What happened there?
Well, I think I didn't watch it. My wife did.
Okay.
And the spark notes was, I want to say she was like an older lady and she like fell for a younger guy.
Oh.
And like she was like kind of naked in the whole thing.
Naked the whole time?
Like a lot of pretty much for a lot of that movie.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to go watch this movie?
I don't. My wife didn't tell me it was good. She just was like gave me the spark notes of it.
See, I didn't know she was still doing that, but she's 58 years old. Let her live.
She said that she was made to do that role. She really wanted to do that role.
Okay,
so
that's good. Well,
that movie came out last year, and well, now they're separated. So
apparently, it says here it's the other way around, where Keith Urban apparently left, and she had been fighting to save the marriage, and he was like, "I'm done, I'm out," or probably more like, "I'm done, I'm out." I'm Aussie. Is he Aussie or New Zealand? What is he?
Australian. Yeah. And he's also like 5'4".
And she's Australian, right?
He's 5'4".
He's pretty short.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about her.
Angela White also, didn't you say?
You told me that.
I feel like that's
somehow I didn't know.
That came up earlier.
You all know who that person is. Don't act like you don't.
I've never heard of her.
Let's just be honest on these
I wasn't sure she was Australian until T-Bone let me know. I knew I was the one who brought her up. I just didn't know she was Australian.
Yeah, you got her popping up in your algorithm. That's not
backpedaling like an NFL safety.
Who is she again?
She's a porn star.
Thank you, Dustin. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bishop and Friends is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still noticing a few crashes in and outside of our metro this morning. Starting over in Dublin, still watching this crash on 270 southbound just past Tuttle Crossing Boulevard, where a left lane is currently blocked. Lots of delays and backups out there. And lastly, for folks in Franklinton, still watching this one on 315 just past Ridge Street. It's that northbound direction where a left lane is still blocked this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic. Make it a great Tuesday.